What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Creeper, I'm so hyped to see my item. We are going to get to that, don't you worry. What's going on, everybody? Oh, I forgot to hit upload short. Give me 1 second. I gotta post this to say that I'm live. Post. All right, those are posting. We're good there. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Midweek Monster Mash, episode 12, Maritime Madness.
Oh, shit. Hey, listen,
I should have, oh gosh, language video. Goodness gracious. That wasn't even me. I should have had Maritime Madness up. There we go. Or Maritime Mayhem. Oh, I think I said Maritime Madness in the post. That's funny. Anyway, Maritime Mayhem, episode 12. I am stoked for tonight. We're going to have some fun. Last week, we had a pretty overwhelming win by the heroes, if I remember correctly. So, we'll see what happens tonight. Will the monsters come back and take a dub? Taking back their reign, because they were like 2 or 3 in a row, if I remember correctly. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Let me switch over to this so you can see the logo. Maritime Mayhem. Yeah, not Madness. I said Madness. Dub Day, says Creeper. We'll see about that. Kate, what's going on? Welcome to the live. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our creatures that we've got here. Now, I did forget to signify them as monsters versus heroes. Oop, I put the wrong color on. Let me turn that off. You know what's crazy is I was so prepared for this too, and it doesn't seem like it because there's a couple things that I literally just forgot to do. Hold on. Let me throw these colors in, and then we'll get into the big intro for your monsters and your heroes for the night. Does anyone want to guess what heroes you can expect to see tonight? There's one that absolutely made sense. You know? Like they just got to be here. I got too many colors going. There we go. There's that one, and this one. I'm almost done. Sorry. This should have already been done, but like I said, I forgot. So, anybody want to guess what hero is in tonight for the Maritime Madness before I reveal it? Well, we have 6 heroes to guess from, but does anybody want to guess one of them? All right, this is the last one. Red. Okay. Everybody should have a color. All right, so for Maritime Madness, we're going to start with the monsters. And for the monsters tonight, let me turn this up slightly. Hopefully the music's not too loud for everybody. There we go. You should be able to hear me fine, it looks like. All right. First, we have this Merfolk Wave Bender. We have 2 of them. Kate says Slad. Good guess. Good guess. We have the Merfolk Wave Bender. We have 2 of those. Ashenro, I'm sure there will be an Ice Giant on a boat, right? See, it's funny. I thought about putting the Frost Giant. He was a little bit big for the little boats we had. We have 2 Giant Squid for the monsters tonight. We're going to see how they can do. They've got a 15-foot reach, so they may be able to play some difficult trouble with those that are trying to hide on the island. Then we have Marid. This Marid is kind of like a water genie. Going to be casting some spells tonight. After the Marid, finally for the monsters, we have this giant storm crab, which the picture that it had wasn't great, but you'll see it when we get on the map. He's pretty big. Then for the heroes, Straight Lacking, what's going on? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the Midweek Monster Mash, episode 12, Maritime Madness. We have Chad the Champion. All right, now that's not the one I was referencing earlier. You'll know when you see him. Then we have Skeletor the Necromancer, who has not gotten the chance that he deserves. So I think that he's going to be able to play a good role here. Then we have Sassy the Assassin, a crowd favorite, who's going to try to be doing some damage from far away. Then there he is. Aha! Bucky the Buccaneer. Joe Fernandez, welcome to the live. Then we have Shadar Kyle, the Shadow Dancer. Shadar Kai Shadow Dancer. And then we have Majestic the Mage. And was that the last one? Yeah. Majestic the Mage coming in last. So, yeah, duh. We had to say Bucky. Bucky the Buccaneer had to be in this one. So, looking at our map here, we have a small island that's, it's kind of beached this giant ship nearby that's been there for ages. And so our group of heroes and adventurers, Wicked Panic, welcome to the live. Our group of adventurers has made their way over on these 2 rowboats, and in checking out the ship in the island, they have welcomed a crew of monsters who has made it their duty now to rid themselves of these intruders. So, as you can see over here, we've got the 2 giant squid that are just coming out from underneath the boat with this Marid here, coming at Shadar Kai, Majestic, and Bucky. And up on the island where the other 3 adventurers went, we have this storm crab that is just climbing up onto the sand, ready to attack those 3, and these 2 merfolk wavebenders that additionally have climbed up with it. So, that is our heroes and our monsters tonight. That was your last chance to go place your votes over in the Midweek Monster Mash section of the Discord. I'm going to go ahead and make that private now so you can no longer change your votes for the night. So for those of you voting for the monsters, you're stuck with it. For those of you voting for the heroes, you're stuck with it. And if you guessed right, you'll be getting 300 extra gold in the Discord. Jesse, what's going on? Welcome to the live. All right, so let's go ahead and roll for all of our monsters and heroes. You're going to see a bunch of dice. I changed it blue for the water tonight. You're going to see a bunch of dice coming on the screen right now. Oh, somebody rolled a 20. Sassy up high, followed by the Merid. We'll see where that ends up. So the first thing that we are going to do before we get started is Creeper last week paid for a magic item, a rare magic item, before we were able to, it was after the battle, so we weren't able to do it. So let's go ahead and get that magic item in here. Thank you, Creeper. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. If you're over on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. If you are on TikTok, unfortunately, you can't see it at the moment. All right, so we have a Shield of Missile Attraction. Remember, we do it 3 times. Oh, it's not playing again. Oh, hold on. There you go. There you go. We got to do it again because we got to spin 2 more times. We have the Shield of Missile Attraction or Oil of Etherealness. We're not doing that one. Come on. Let's do something fun. The Staff of Healing. All right. So we have Shield of Missile Attraction and Staff of Healing. I feel like the Staff of Healing has to be what we choose, right? Has to be. Because they're going to need some healing, I have a feeling, tonight. Healing, I have a feeling. So, Creeper, it's up to you. I'd say between the Shield of Missile Attraction, the best pigeon, welcome to the live. Shield of Missile Attraction or Staff of Healing, your choice. Let me pull up what they do here real quick. Let's go ahead and pull up the magic items. All right, he says Staff of Healing. We do have that one. So, the Staff of Healing has 10 charges. You can cast 1 of the spells on the following table from it using your spellcasting ability modifier. So it can be used by a Bard, Cleric, or Druid. We're just going to say it can be used by Majestic. So she can cast Cure Wounds or Mass Cure Wounds. That's pretty insane. Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to give it to... oh, no, actually, this should go to Skeletor. He's the spellcaster here. So let's go ahead and give this to Skeletor. The Staff of Healing. Give it to him. We're going to use the importer. Also, I had a wonderful pull today. I saw that. Staff of Healing. Okay, he's got it. All right, we're going to start this battle. Sassy is up. Let me back up some. All right, Sassy's up. So, as Sassy is standing on the island, looking around. By the way, those of you on TikTok, or, well, Kate at the moment, can you hear the music? Fine, let me know. Sassy, on the boat, seeing this storm crab beginning to crawl out of the water and these merfolk come out. Followed, you got lit skills, and I would love to make friends, be a fan, support next stream if you wish. Kindly, let's vibe, username on Discord. Hey, if you want to go check out the Discord, feel free. I got the Discord in my bio. Feel free to go check it out. So, Sassy is going to look over at the merfolk that are coming out, knowing that he's got a... I just hear you. Okay, got it. Hold on. I'm going to fix TikTok real quick, because I had a feeling that might be the case. Hold on. Kate, how about now? Hopefully that fixed it. Let me know if that got too loud. So, Sassy is going to aim at this first merfolk wavebender that's coming out of the water. And he is going to target him and strike. So, he gets 3 strikes, which is huge. Elise Bryce, welcome to the live. Welcome to the Midweek Monster Mash. But the first thing he's going to do is actually hop off the boat onto the island. Kind of staying away from that storm thing. He's going to get on this side of Chad. Kind of like a protect me please moment. All right. Then what he's going to do is he's going to fire off. Are we all the way at the bottom here? We are. Okay. He's going to fire off 3 light crossbow attacks. So we do those normal. See what we got. Here it's slightly, but still very low. See, this is crazy. All right. I'm turning it up farther. Did it turn off? Oh, I think that it might have turned off there, Kate. All right. So he does hit with that one. That's a good hit. He has 3 attacks, though, so we're going to fire off 3 of them. And that's another hit. These merfolk, their AC is not high. And a 2, he is going to miss on that one. So let's go ahead and do our damage. So, hecka damage. And they are not immune or resistant to any of that, so they are taking the hit. So we apply 24 and 25 damage to the merfolk wave bender. Right off the rip, Sassy comes off, jumps onto the sand, kind of spins a little bit, fires off, pew pew, and he manages to hit the merfolk wave bender twice. Okay, up next is the Merid, who is kind of floating on top of the water, evaluating the scene a little bit. It is going to, because it can do some spell casting here. I don't think he's going to... Ask Corey, welcome to the live. I think he's going to fire off some... Oh, I think... Does he get to use... Hold on one second. I think that he might get to use invisibility as a bonus action. Let me just check real quick. GHI. Invisibility. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. HIJKL. Merid. Merid. There we go. All right. So as a bonus action... Oh, he casts Fog Cloud. Got it. Okay, Lexel, welcome to the live. All right, so this Merid is going to use Fog Cloud. So let's go ahead and cast that. Concentration up to now, you create a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. Sphere is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration or until a strong wind changes it. So, heavily obscured. So he's going to go ahead and put that here. So that way, he's going to make it so difficult for them to be able to target him in their attacks. Seeing him fire off. So seeing him fire off these shots, doesn't want to be any part of that. So he's going to put a cloud of fog in between those two. Then he's going to use his... So I did use this bonus action. Use. All right. Then he's going to use his water jet. Although he can do aquatic lash. Yeah, he's going to use water jet. So he's going to slide over in the water some. Actually, he's going to get kind of close. And... Oh, but then he's going to hit the giant squid. All right, so... He will have probably cast this a little further this way. All right. And now he's going to come out to about here. Okay. So he's going to use Water Jet. Usability. So you'll be able to see now what that does. We're going to place this marker. Yeah, I think that he's going to end up just hitting the giant squid. Oh, well. Okay. So now we need dexterity saving throws. Let's go, heroes. Good grief, I'm late. No worries, no worries. Pablo, welcome to the live. As we're watching this Merid fire off a water jet, attempting to hit the 2 heroes on the boat, but he also is going to hit the giant squid. So we need this person, and this squid to make dexterity saving throws. Let's see what we got. So somebody's definitely failing. Majestic fails. Shadar Kyle succeeds, and the giant squid fails. So with that, we'll go ahead and roll the damage. Yikes. Yikes. Put it on the selected. The only one that succeeded was Shadar Kyle, who takes half. And we apply the damage to all. Okay. So now, Marcus Green, Michael Kendall, welcome to the live. This Merid just fired off a whiplash of water at these heroes, hitting the giant squid as well. And so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that template. I guess we won't. Okay, there we go. Up next... We have the Merfolk Wavebender, who just took a beating from Sassy. So the Merfolk Wavebender is going to... Oh, he's got Water Rebuke. Oh, but that's only if they enter within 5 feet. So he's going to use Aquatic Burst. Range is 60 feet. So he could easily do that. He's going to try and get his revenge against Sassy here. Is this a game I can play on my PC? So this is... I'm using Foundry to display this. So it's... I'm just controlling it, but I am on my PC, if that helps. I don't know. So, the Merfolk Wavebender is going to target Sassy. and he's going to fire off his aquatic bursts. He gets to make 2 of them. So let's go ahead and make our 2 attacks. There you go. That's going to hit. Sassy's AC is not very high. And that's a 9 plus. So those are both going to hit. So let's go ahead and fire off our damage now. See what kind of damage we're doing. Oh, we got a 2, 5. All right, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one back at Sassy. And then we'll do the next one. He did roll a 2, though. That was kind of a low roll. All right, there you go. And there's 22 damage. So Sassy takes a good bit of damage there. Then the Merfolk Wavebender is going to backtrack into the water a bit. So I believe, so he moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to move all the way back here. Try and get a little cover behind this rock. All right. So up next, we have Shadar Kyle. Is it an actual game or a program you made? This is an actual program called Foundry. You can get it right on their website. But it's basically, it's a virtual tabletop that you upload maps to. And then you can upload all your tokens and stuff and then control them on there. So I made the map and I brought in all the creatures and everything. But I didn't, like, develop this or anything, if that makes sense. And then this is just a homebrew Monster Mash that we're doing here. Board Ghost, welcome to the live. All right, the Giant Squid has a reach of 15. Oh, it's not the Giant Squid's turn, though. It is Shadar Kyle's turn. Shadar Kyle also has a reach. So he is going to be able to reach the Giant Squid. So Shadar Kyle can do a spiked chain attack. And it makes 3 of them. Has a range of 10 feet, so he doesn't have to get out of the boat. So let's go ahead and do our attacks against the Giant Squid. That's an 8+, which does hit. The Giant Squid does not have a high AC. So, by the way, don't forget, every 2,000 likes on TikTok gives an advantage roll to the heroes. Every 10,000 brings in a new monster. And for those of you over on YouTube, every 1 like gives an advantage roll to the heroes. Every 10 likes brings in a new monster. So, that is a free, easy way to contribute to the battle if you're interested. So he does hit on the first one. Let's go ahead and just roll all 3 attacks. Then the Giant Squid's going to have to make some saves. He's going to hit again. So Shadar Kyle is just whipping these chains around at this Giant Squid that just, like, kind of crawled out of the water a little bit. Yeah, makes sense. Got it. Yeah. So it's technically a game, quote unquote. Yeah, so he makes 1 more attack. Go ahead and fly this one out. Does he hit all 3? He does. All right, this Giant Squid's taking damage. The heroes are starting off strong tonight. Starting off strong. So that is 5+. So that's an 8. Soulfire Farms, welcome to the live. We are watching this Shadar Kai attacking this Giant Squid that just popped out of the water. Hey, I appreciate the follow. He's going to get 1 more attack, and then the Squid's going to have to make some saving throws against these spike chains. So he did 6, 9, and 8 damage. Jesse Lee coming in with an extra action. Hold on, what number is that? It's 3. Coming in with the extra action, Jesse Lee, which means Shadar Kyle's going to get 3 more attacks. And then Kyle Ramsel coming in with a Wild Magic Surge, baby. As soon as I finish these 3 attacks, we'll do Wild Magic Surge, and then we'll do another attack. I appreciate you, Jesse and Kyle. All right, so let me go ahead and finish these 3. Does it have pre-made stat blocks, or do you have to make those? It does come with some, and then you can import a bunch of other ones. The cut from Drowning Pool to Pilot. I know. So I need some saving throws real quick from him. Let me pull up the Spike Chain saves. Save. So Dexterity saving throw. Another action from Jesse! Shadar Kyle's just going insane with these chains, whipping them around. He does not save on the first one. Let's see if he saves on the second one here. 14+, so he does save on the second one. Does he save on the third? He had to make 3 saves. Owie. He does not save on the third. So he takes 2 of the extra damages here. So, the Shadar Kyle, when it makes the Spike Chain attack, it has to suffer one of the following attacks effects. So it's going to suffer the Decay effect. So we're going to roll the damage for that. And we're going to roll it again. So he's going to take an additional 13 and an additional 23. Oh my god. All right, this Giant Squid is in trouble because Jesse just bought him 2 more actions. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and have a wild magic surge brought in by Whomper over on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you do see the wheels spinning. I'm sorry, on TikTok, I don't have a way of making that work. What does this say? You're instantly teleported 30 feet away to a location of your choice. All right, so he's got to go 30 feet away. So I think what he's going to do... All right, and he's going to split the party a little bit here, which could both be good or bad. He can't really see anything this way, so he probably wouldn't go that way. So he feels this well of magical energy just start to swirl around him, and immediately he just feels the nerve to teleport somewhere else. And he's actually going to try to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to pop up on this rock over here. Oh, I missed him. User, welcome to the live. So he's going to pop up 30 feet to this side over on this rock. And as he just appears on the other side, the giant squid trying to keep up with where he's going. It does have two really big eyes, but he's able to see him appear on the other side. And as he does so, Shadar Kyle just starts whipping the chains back out. So he is going to fire off a few more chain attacks. And by a few, I mean 6. Although, I think we're going to do 3, Jesse, and then we'll do 3 for the next hero, because he's probably going to kill this guy and then not be able to do anything with the other 3. So, let's go ahead and do the spike chains. Man, is the monster going to fall first tonight? Sheesh. 25. That's definitely going to hit. 3 for Bucky or Sassy. You got it. Whichever one comes first. Oh, that was almost a nat 1. He hits again. Oh man, Jesse single-handedly finishing off this giant squid. Alright, so we'll do the damage here. Normal. I might not even have to do the saves. Wow, 2 6s on the first damage. A 5 and a 3 on the second one. And then that one. So apply, and apply. He is going to have to make a couple saves. So let's go ahead and pull up the saves real quick for the spike chain attacks. He's got 3 saves he's got to do. Save. Eric, what's going on? Welcome to the live. We have a giant squid making some saves. Matt Tacat, welcome to the live. Did I say that right? Matt Tacat. He does save on the first one. Hold up. Is he going to save on the next 2 to save his own life? He does save on the second. Wait a minute. Will he save on the third? Oh, he does. Oh, he saved. So, Jesse, I will still give the... It's up to you. I'll let you choose. I'm going to the next person, which is the giant... Oh, it is the giant squid. Do you want me to have Shadar Kyle use the extra action or send it to the next creature? Your choice. You tell me. That was really funny. 3 for Bucky or Sassy. You got it. Okay. Up next is the giant squid. So the giant squid... I'm going to say that he's about 10 feet off the water now. Okay, so the giant squid, wanting his revenge for all the attacks, double it and give it to the next. The giant squid's going to fire off his attacks against Shadar Kyle. So he gets to do a multi-attack. Squid makes 1 bite attack and 1 tentacle attack. So he's going to use his tentacle attack. So he's going to fire this off. Hallister Blackcloak, welcome to the live. Cool name, by the way. He misses. How do you miss? How? You just got attacked. All right, so then he's going to move this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to try to bite Majestic, who's still on the boat. He'll use his normal attack here. Trying to do something. There, he does get a damage there. All right, so he's doing the damage to Majestic. Opportunity, so Shadar Kyle was 10 feet away. So he doesn't get that opportunity attack. 34 damage. Holy cow, that bite's deadly. Deadly bite from the squid. Because I think it's within 5 feet, right? I don't remember, but I think it's within 5 feet. Or is it within melee range? Or melee, like within... I think it's 5 feet. I'm not totally sure. Within melee? Okay, so... opportunity. Let me just double check real quick. Because this does change it, because most likely if he gets to kill him, then yikes. Let's see. Opportunity attack. 1 second. Opportunity. Oh yeah, it says if you leave a hostile creature's reach during your move, you provoke an opportunity attack. And I would say that his reach is definitely as far as his chain was. So, that damage may be coming back if Shadar Kyle would have hit the giant squid. So he gets his spike chain attack. Let's see if he would have hit. Oh, that dice didn't even roll. Did you see that? He will hit. And so that means that he's definitely, most likely, probably killing him. So let's go ahead and do our damage. Unless he rolls 2 1s here, and even then, I don't think it matters. Oh, no, he killed him. Okay, so as the giant squid leaves the attack range to go kill Majestic, or attack Majestic, it does die before it can do so. So let me just make sure that I am not selecting more than one creature. I don't think I am. Hold on. Okay. Apply and delete. And Majestic gets 34 HP back. Okay. Shadar Kyle coming in with the save. Jesse, good call on the opportunity attack. I thought it was within 5 feet. That's on me. Up next is Fiction Chad, baby. User, welcome to the live. Hill, what's going on? All right, so Fiction Chad, Cal, welcome to the live, is going to see this giant storm crab crawling out of the water. And in an attempt to not even give the crab a chance, it's going to run across the island. And it's going to just start wailing on the crab. So I'll zoom in a little there. Hurt my own feeling running out of gold. Hey, you know, it's all fun and games. That's all that matters. All right, so he gets to do 3 great sword attacks. And if he hits, he gets to do the extra damage. To be fair, typical reach is 5 feet, so it's second nature. Yeah. No, I just assumed it was only 5 feet. That's on me. But I appreciate you guys teaching me new things. 12 plus is going to hit. Man, these are big hits because I know that crab's AC is high. Is it 2 attacks or 3 attacks? It is 3, right? Yeah. Holy cow. Chad coming in with massive damage. Normal, normal, and normal. And because Chad has more than half of his HP, he gets to do the additional damage afterwards. So we apply these 3. And then he gets to come in with extra 2d6 slashing damage. Roll, roll, and roll. So 6, 4, and 2. All right. So that is Chad's turn. I mean, I wasn't going to argue it. I was, it was good every god. Yeah, no worries. The only thing is I got to try and make it right because it actually matters with the gold over the Discord for the people that are rooting. So I want to make sure I do it right for the most part. Except for when we bring in lame creatures that don't make sense with good fight. All right. So the storm crab, so Jesse brought in the extra action. So for either Sassy or Bucky. But then you said next hero. So we could do Chad. But I like the idea of Bucky doing it just because he is the, you know, this is his map, you know? All right, the giant squid is up. Who can he hit? He really can't hit anybody. What's his range? He has a swim of 80. Never mind. Okay, so he's going to swim his way around through the water, and they watch as almost this missile-like squid torpedo comes flying through the water. Let's go, monsters! Creeper! 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And he's going to try and, like, squeeze. Actually, he'll go around. He'll kind of go through the mists. All right. So then he's going to do a tentacle attack and then a bite attack. DJ Wish says boo, and then he says yay. All right. Tentacle attack. Here we go. We're attacking Majestic the Mage. The monsters! What are these rolls? Ah! As long as it's the same both ways, it's fair. That's totally true. Totally true. All right. So that was a terrible attack, giant squid. I'm going to keep my vote to myself this week, says Germ. Yeah, I actually don't know what you're rooting for. I didn't check, so I have no idea. All right, so now we're going to roll the bite attack. Tangy Burrito, what's going on? Welcome to the live. That is a hit against Majestic the Mage here. So now we do the damage for the bite. Scroll. Oh, good call. Good call. Jump to bottom. Thank you. So now we do the normal damage. Not great, but not terrible. Creeper Jones with a $5. Now the question is, I assume that's for the monsters. So just to double check before I hit the button, that's for the monsters, correct? He says yes, which means we're bringing in a CR5 monster, baby! Woo! Let me pull up the wheel here. If you are over on YouTube, you can see the wheel spinning. What creature did Creeper bring in? A gladiator! That's pretty fun because that's just another glad. All right, let's bring him in. Woo! And what would you like to name your gladiator? As I go over to the monsters here. Oh, it's right. It's not Chad. It's Glad. Yeah. But it's another Glad is the funny part. Let me bring in Glad the Gladiator here, who comes stepping out of the hut. And he's got his shield and his thing, and he just starts hitting the sand. You can barely hear it, but you kind of hear the... And he starts beating his chest. We've got Jeff. Maximus Aurelius. Jeff. Wasn't that the name of the dragon that Germ countered last week? Or 2 weeks ago, whatever that was? All right, we've got Jeff the Gladiator, who is in... Oh, sorry, you can't see him. Jeff the Gladiator comes out of the hut, beating his shield, ready to go. Let's add him to the battle. All right. I appreciate you, Creeper. All right, so the giant squid made its 2 attacks. It does get to do its reaction, but that's if it takes damage, and it's got water breathing. Okay. All right. So up next is the other Merfolk Wavebender. Oh, let me add a red thing so we signify him as a bad guy. Okay. Or as a monster. Monster side. Okay. The Merfolk Wavebender is going to... He's not even going to move, actually, because he can reach. He's going to target Sassy. And so he's going to send off his Aquatic Burst, which is a range of 60 feet. Oh, you know what? And... Oh, Sassy's prone. All right, hold on. Sassy is prone because he got hit by the last one. And I didn't realize it, but if he gets hit, they become prone. I accidentally made him invisible. So let me mark him as prone. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, is his speed 30? Oh, his walk is 10. Oh, man. So, they can walk back. Yeah, he's going to have just... He's going to go after Skeletor. Because he'd be at disadvantage to attack Sassy from range. So, he's going to go after Skeletor with his Aquatic Burst. So, he attacks once. 11 plus, that's going to hit. And then he's going to attack with another one. Does he have Mage Armor? Target's base AC becomes 13 plus Dex. So, I don't think that he has Mage Armor on right now. Because I think that his natural armor is 12. Yeah, because he's unarmored 10 plus 2. Perfection in a cup. Welcome to the live. As this Merfolk Wavebender down here is firing off Aquatic Bursts at Skeletor the hero. Holy Kestrel, welcome to the live. So, yeah, he's going to cast... Oh, but it's an action, isn't it? Mage Armor? It is an action. Not a reaction, so he didn't cast it yet. So the Merfolk Wavebender fires it off. He does hit, but he misses the second one. So let's do the normal damage. 6, 8, and 2. So we apply that to Skeletor. And then the Merfolk Wavebender is going to use 5 feet to go down here. Jason, welcome to the live. And he's going to come over here with his buddy and kind of dip behind the rock some. So that is the damage over there. Pastain C, welcome to the live. Up next, we have Jeff, who was just brought in by Creeper Jones. So Jeff beating his shield. He sees Sassy prone on the ground, and he's going to run over. 5, 10. And he's going to, with advantage, get his strikes against Sassy. And he can make 3 spear attacks or replace one with a shield bash to try and knock him prone. But he's already prone. So, he's going to do 3 spear attacks. Here we go. At advantage, I forgot to roll advantage. So that's a 7+. Sassy! Wrong one! No, wrong one! It's this one! Bringing in another creature! Bringing in another CR5 for the monsters. If you're on YouTube, you can see the wheel right now. What monster do we have coming in? A Night Hag! Does that make sense, though? I think we gotta re-roll it because I think they get, like, they're not good at daytime. You gotta make sure they're at night. So I don't want to waste your money. Pixie Wonderbringer. We had that one time. That was fun. All right. Bringing in the Pixie Wonderbringer. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to make sure I'm pressing the right button this time. I am. Horseback! Coming in with the Dragon Turtle! As the party watches the waves in the water begin to grow, as a literal wave washes ashore and out of the water, this Dragon Turtle appears right next to Skeletor. Oh my gosh. Horseback, you're an animal! I was not prepared! Hold on! Let me get the music back. Hold on, we gotta get better. Hold on. Hold on, Dragon Turtle. And then I still have to bring in the Pixie Wonderbringer. Alright, so this Dragon Turtle making a wave onto the shore as it appears. And just like, what's the, oh god, I can't think of the name right now. Godzilla style. I don't even know how that sound is, but yes, Horseback, you're the man, says DJ Widget. Jesse says, horse, you beast. All right, hold on. I still have to bring in, name it Raphael after my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. You got it. Hold on, let me bring in the Pixie Wonderbringer, who does some cool stuff, by the way. Nothing wrong with the Pixie Wonderbringer. All right, the Pixie Wonderbringer, you know what? He's going to come out of the hut, too. He's going to come just fluttering, flying out, and name him Griswold, the Wonderbringer. All right, so, let me name him Griswold, the Wonderbringer. I love that. Griswold. Oh, no, what happened there? Griswold. All right, he's in. And Raphael, the Dragon Turtle, who is probably going to be a problem, I imagine. Okay. Raphael is Team Heroes. Griswold is Team Monsters. Okay. And I have to make sure they are in the battle. Whoop, can't pop out. Didn't mean to do that. Make sure I put them in the battle. Griswold is in. Raphael is in. All right. Okay. All right. Things just changed greatly. That was exhilarating, not gonna lie. Creeper! Creeper Jones coming in with a Dragon Turtle for the monsters! So as a giant Dragon Turtle comes in from one side of the island and all the monsters begin to tremble, another one from the other side of the island appears and just staring at the other one, chomping in the air like a snapping turtle, ready to fight back. Oh my god. Bad Turtle, says Horseback. The battle of the Dragon Turtles. Oh my god, this is insanity. I need to, hold on, the music needs to get to the boss battle music. Give me a second. I need to delete this macro and bring in the boss battle music. Because it's not the same now. I can't get rid of the macro. But I can't do it. There we go. Delete macro, yes. I need to drag the boss one over. Final boss. Drag it over. There you go. Here we go. Let me turn it up a little bit. That wasn't as intense as I thought, though. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to pick better battle music because it only makes sense that we would... I think, is it Epic Fight? Or, yeah, there you go. That one sounds a little more insanity. Okay. Hopefully, it's a little loud. Let me turn it down. Okay. Might be a little loud over on TikTok. Oh, don't mute it. Turn it down some. Okay. Let me know if it's too loud over on TikTok. Okay. And what was I naming it? Michelangelo? No. Bad Turtle. I need popcorn. Oh, this is going to be fun. Creeper. What are we naming the new turtle that's been brought in on the other side of the island? Soulfire Farms are good. Thank you. I appreciate you. Once we get a name, I will rename the other dragon turtle. In the meantime, Jurgen, you got... All right. Let's rename him Jurgen the Dragon Turtle. Okay. He's in. And I need to put him actually in the fight. This is hilarious. Okay. Dragon Turtle on Dragon Turtle action. And Jeff has yet to finish his other 2 attacks. Hilarious. Horseback said Shredder. Elio, I didn't even catch that was you. What's going on, buddy? Okay, so Jeff has 2 more attacks that he's yet to take. Too funny. Hey, I appreciate it, by the way, Horseback and Creeper. I appreciate you. Make sure I say that. All right, attack. Normal. Another all-nighter, says Jesse. I mean, who knows? They might be doing some mad damage. So that was the first advantage one. No problem. Happy to cause mischief. Love it. All right, so he hits with the second, and he hits with the third. I can't believe he missed with the third, by the way. That's obnoxious. I mean, with the first. All right, so he hits twice. Neither of them's a crit. No, let them fight. Okay, I'm going to guess that's a Godzilla reference, correct? I'm going to guess. Let me roll the damage here. All right, 7. All right, 9 and 11. Okay, I got one. There we go. Was just watching, waiting to make my move, but these guys are putting on a show. Yeah, Elio's always a toss-up. You never know, because it's just out of nowhere. Okay, that is Jeff's turn. Bucky is up. Dragon Turtle. Okay, Bucky. Standing on the only thing sticking out of the wheel, I mean the water in this particular area, watching 2 epic creatures appear gargantuan Godzilla style out of the water, just enjoying the show, seeing as one seems to be facing off against the monsters. Turtles team up and kill everything. That would be hilarious. All right, Bucky wants to get involved, and I never let Bucky fire off his thing. So what he's going to do, we're going to do some athletics checks with Bucky because he's fun. All right, Bucky is going to leap over onto the side of the ship here, and he's going to try and do parkour and leap, bounce off what I would imagine is like 6 inches of water above the railing, so it's going to be a little slippery, bounce off of that and land on the rock in front of him. So he's going to go 10 feet with his jump here. Did we ever use my extra action? We have not yet. I left it for Bucky to have some fun with. So first thing we're going to do is an acrobatics check to see if he can leap off this thing appropriately. So he's got a +7 to that. Wow. DC is going to be 14 for a good attempt here. Oh, yeah. Let's go. What's going on, Brian? Hey, Brian, check this out. Horseback and Creeper Jones have brought in 2 Titans here. 2 Titan Dragon Turtles to battle it out. Oh, I got to make this one on Team Monsters. Hold on. These Team Monsters. There we go. Okay, so Bucky. Ha-ha! Excited about the action going on. Bounces off the railing, leaps onto the rock, and as soon as he leaps here, just because it was such a high acrobatics, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, he's got a running start. I'm going to give Bucky an extra 5 feet, because realistically I could stop here and fire off his gun and it does the same damage. but I'd like to make it more exhilarating with his move here. So I'm gonna DM this one and say we're gonna do a sweet somersault into the air, landing next to the Marid, and instead of using his gun, he'll do his sword attacks. Ha-ha! And he leaps off of the rock, down into the water, and splashes down with a strike into the Marid. So he's gonna attack. As he lands, he's just slicing from the water as he's floating in it. So Bucky's he's just wild. That's why I like him. All right, so we target, we attack. The rapier times 3. 1. All right, does he hit? He does with that one. The AC is not very high, so he's probably going to hit with all these. 12 is definitely going to hit. And what do we got here? Another 12. So that's 3 hits for sure. We'll go ahead and do those damages. Let me know how the music is, by the way. I know I changed it. Hopefully it's still okay. 2 and 3. And I think I changed it before I asked you Soulfire Farm, so I think we're still good over there. All right. 15, 16, and 19 damage. Yikes. Okay. So, then, in his excitement, and thanks to Jesse with the extra action... Nope, wrong one. He swings 3 more times! So let me go ahead and hit the rapier here. 18. All right. The heroes' rolls tonight have been wild. 8 plus. If the creatures could hit, they'd be much better off right now. So it hits with 2 of them. 1 and 2. And action, says Creeper Jones. All right, so 11 and 11. Oh, he took 5 attacks. Oh, no. Who was I? Yeah. So he needs to make 5 Constitution saving throws for this fog cloud as he takes 5 hits. And one of them will be a DC 11, 11, 19. Yeah, all of them are 10. All right, so the Marid needs to make 5 of these. Succeeds. Succeeds. No way does he succeeds 5 in a row. No, he succeeds. Oh my god, he's got a +8. So he has to roll pretty much in that one to lose this. All right, he succeeds on all 5. He's in. Okay, Bucky with a big turn against this Marid. Up next is Majestic the Mage, getting attacked by this giant squid. She's going to fire off. I believe she gets a... oh, she could Misty Step. Oh, I think she might. Yeah, she's going to bonus action Misty Step. And she's going to pop up 10 feet in the air up on top of this rock. And then she's going to cast... I believe she can cast... Yeah. She can cast Fireball. So, she only gets to do it once. She gets to do it twice? Is that true? Oh, wow. Yeah, she gets to cast Fireball twice. Get out of town. All right, we're casting Fireball, ladies and gents. Oh, yeah. So, where are we putting it? That's the question. She could kind of cast it anywhere. I don't think she would have seen the wave benders down here, so I think she's going to try and hit the Marid and the giant squid. All right, so she's going to fire it off here and hit both. Okay, so they both need to make dexterity saving throws. 4 is not going to do it. And a 14 plus might. Yeah, that one's definitely going to do it. Sorry, jump to bottom. Okay, so with those two, we have the damage roll now. $42 damage. So let me go to selected here. And which one succeeded? The Marid succeeded, so it takes half. Apply the damage. That's a good fireball. Good fireball. That is some steamy water all of a sudden. All right. And that is Majestic's turn. So, let me get rid of that template. No, it would be this one. Yeah. Okay, so up next is the Storm Crab. So the storm crab being attacked by Chad. Steamy water is bath time, baby. But that's like, we're talking, I mean, because it has to hurt. We're making it, you know, like the water just before you put the macaroni and cheese in. That's what they just felt. All right, so, oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. Oh, shoot, that's what's going on here. Hot tub, getting closer, getting closer. Creeper Jones coming in with an extra action for the Storm Crab, which is going to be very problematic for Chad the champion here. Thick Chin Chad is in for a doozy. Oh, man. So, here's the thing. We've got the water jet, which I think that he's going to do. Boil that water. We'll pull a red lobster when the heroes win. All right, we're doing the water jet. The crab exhales water in a 150-foot line that is 10 foot wide. Each creature in that area must succeed on a saving throw. So he and Skeletor are going to be in trouble. Because basically he's going to fire straight at Chad, and it's going to hit Skeletor. We need more cheddar biscuits, says Horseback. So these two need to make dex saving throws. So we have a 15 plus. That's probably going to succeed. That does. And then, oh no, Skeletor fails. Love those biscuits. Yeah, the one around us went out of business. All right. So now we do the damage. Chad succeeded. 13. Creature takes 68 bludgeoning damage, pushed up 30 feet from the crab, and has the prone condition. Alright, so Chad succeeds and takes half. Hold on. Did I really just roll 13? I rolled 3, 2, 4, 1, 1, 2 for 6 D8s. Ew! Chad takes half, so we apply that. Skeletor goes 30 feet out. So, just this jet of water sends Skeletor flying backwards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sploosh. And the dragon turtle just watches as he goes flying over as he comes out of the water. Chad takes the damage, but digs his heels into the sand. Got 2 boxes for making those, sitting on my counter. Nice. Putting the soft and soft shell crab, buddy. Chad digs in and stays there, but with the multi-attack. So that's its attack for the first action. But now he comes with... That was really lame. I'm not happy about that. So now he gets to do his stinger and claw attack. So he's obviously going to do that against Chad. So let's hit him with the stinger first. The monsters, what are they doing? What is that? He had plus 10 and rolled a 4. What is going on? All right, so he misses the stinger. That's insane. All right, so then we get 2 claw attacks. Is he going to hit these? 7 plus is going to miss? What are you doing? Creeper Jones very much wants him to hit here with an extra action. Looks like we're eating shellfish. Apply luck, says Creeper Jones. So he does hit with the 1 claw attack, so we'll do at least that damage, which does more than the water jet. Ooh, that is a lot of damage, actually, if he hits. With his third action, let's try it again. Hits with the stinger, maybe? What are we going to do here? Guys, why don't the monsters want to win? What is going on? 2 claw attacks. He does hit with that one. Jesus. Come on. Ah! Creeper. I don't know what to tell you. Plus 10 is insanity, and he's not hitting. All he needed to roll was an 8 or higher. Creeper Jones! The monsters want cheddar biscuits, too. Creeper Jones. Oh my god. All right, with his third attack, you better hit with this stinger. That was a great scream. Okay, will he hit this time? Hey! He hits finally! Look at that, Creeper! You finally get a stinger hit. Terrible damage, but he needs to make a con save. And if he fails, he is poisoned and paralyzed for 1 minute. Alright, so he needs to make a con save. Let's pull up the stinger, save. Let's see what he's got. Con saving throw, not one! Oh, how the turntables have turned. So, he is now poisoned and paralyzed. So, poisoned and paralyzed. Okay, so because of that, now with the 2 claw attacks, the Storm Crab has advantage. And it's irrelevant because he rolls a 2 and a 4. Oh my god, what is happening? Are you for real? There's a hit, finally. If paralyzed, is paralyzed an immediate critical hit? Let me just check real quick. Paralyzed, incapacitated, can't move or speak, automatically fails strength or dex, attack rolls have advantage. It's a critical hit if the creature's within 5 feet and hits it. So it is a critical hit. Oh no. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. So we deal this damage, right? Let me go ahead and hit him with this 37. And then Creeper Jones coming in with another hit. Oh no. So this may be the end of Chad. And by maybe, I mean, unless this thing continues to roll as terribly as it was. It has 3 advantage rolls, all at critical hit style. Let's see what we got here. So with the stinger first, with advantage, Rev, stop him, says Elio. Okay, he does hit. And it is a critical hit. 46 damage. So Chad, standing there, paralyzed, like, seeing the attack coming. Oh no, Horseback! I did the attack first. I'm sorry. It just wasn't in time. No! I'm sorry, Horseback. The way I've done it before with like Jesse and everything is if I already did the attack, I can't do it. But we will give that health to another hero. So Horseback, you tell me what hero you want to have it. And they've got the extra 125. Took the crab long enough, good grief. But it was processing. I know. I'm sorry. It's just how I've done it before. I'm sorry. I can't do it. But you can tell me which hero you'd like, and they will still get it. Because don't get me wrong, Chad was sweet, but you've got some other sweet heroes here. And also, the crab is about to move and finish his action. So this could be a problem, too. So I'm going to guess that maybe you want it on who's the lowest. Sassy or Majestic would be the lowest. Skeletor, when flying into the water, he's kind of safe at the moment. Shadar Kyle's way the heck over here. So he's kind of safe at the moment. So it would be probably Majestic or Sassy is the lowest. And then Bucky is fine in the water. But the crab is about to make his way over towards Sassy. So I'm going to guess you probably wanted to go towards Sassy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Give it to Sassy. All right. So, plus 125. Oh, no. Plus 125 temp HP. So first thing I need to do is hit, I think it was number 2, right? No, number 5. Hold on.
Can't touch this.
Hey! As Sassy feels the healing come around him, as he feels the power as the storm crab just comes crawling over towards him. And he feels both enraged and hype at the same time. But then, Creeper Jones coming in with the same thing for the storm crab. Giving him 125 temp HP. He says, great idea, don't mind if I steal it. Creeper. Oh, this storm crab's going to be a problem. Osney, welcome to the live. As the storm crab comes over to finish its attack. So is this D&D? It is, and you can affect it. There are people buying stickers over on YouTube right now that are affecting it, but you don't have to buy anything. Every 2,000 likes gives the heroes an advantage roll. Every 10,000 brings in a new monster. And for those of you that are new to this, if you see a little red thing in the corner, that's a monster. And if you see a blue one, that's a hero, because I kind of use monster stat blocks for both. The battle starts off even, but then if you have Creeper over on YouTube, who's team heroes, team monsters, he starts to heavily sway in on the monsters here. As he just purchased 125 temp HP for the Storm Crab, right after Horsemack brought some in for Sassy. So, the Storm Crab comes over to finish his action against Sassy the Assassin. And he is going to do 2 claw attacks. So can I be Team Hero? You sure can. Yeah, like I said, every 2,000 likes gives an advantage roll to the heroes, and they're going to start using them. And every 10,000 brings in a new monster. And you can see kind of scrolling through on the screen all the stickers that do stuff for the heroes and such. So you can go that route as well. So normal attack here. That's going to hit against Sassy. Oh no, we lost a hero, says DJ Widget. You did lose Chad. Chad is gone. Okay, for real this time, I'll time myself. I'll wait for a while before sending reinforcements, says Creeper. That is 2 hits against Sassy. They are No, Sassy's prone. So that's 1 hit. DJ Widget! DJ Widget! Bringing in another hero, baby! Woo! And so with that, yeah. So what we need to do now is go over to the hero screen, which is right here. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Hold on, it's coming. DJ Widget, choose your character. Who we gonna pick, baby? I do need to fix these, though. This is not accurate at the moment. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta move these. Alright, so currently, Chad's done it, though. That one's right. That one's right. Move that one. That one's wrong, it should be over here. That one's wrong, it should be over here. And that one's wrong, it should be here. Okay. He says, the only thing missing on this island is a cold drink. Rise up, Kelvin the Frost Giants. All right. DJ Widget brings in Kelvin the Frost Giants for the heroes as we've lost a hero. And I'll say that from behind the Storm Crab comes walking out of the water a friendly Frost Giant that we all know and love dearly. Kelvin the Frost Giant. All right, so he comes in. Let me go ahead and roll his stats in here. I got to add him to the battle. All right, he's in. Okay, so I need to apply this damage to Sassy. The 17 and the 11. No, I've only done 1 of the damages so far. I need to do 1 more damage. Okay. I see the lives coming in. I appreciate the likes coming in. Osney's almost at 4,000, giving the heroes another advantage roll. Why is he targeting the small boat right now? Did I deal the damage to the small boat earlier? No, we're good. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry. Sorry, wrong thing. Sorry, that made me afraid that something was coming in that I missed. Oh, shoot, apply to Sassy. I need to give him plus 19 temp HP back. Okay. All right. We are caught up. I will bide my time, but dang it, it's hard to do, says Creeper. All right, so, oh, look at this. Up next, Kelvin the Storm Giant, who just entered the fray. So as he comes in, he begins beating his chest, and he pulls out this horn, and just, with his war cry. Brandon just pushing random buttons over here, I know. But I, like, had a visceral reaction there. I was like, oh, somebody else is getting brought in. Who is it? Meanwhile, I'm the one that would be bringing them in. So with his war cry, the giant or one creature of its choice that can see or hear it gains 2d10 plus something, temp HP. We're going to give that to himself, and he's going to give himself advantage rolls here. So he gets 14 temp HP. And now he has advantage on his rolls here. So he is going to walk into the sand and go, I don't like hot. And he is going to target the storm crab. 4K! So I would use the advantage rolls right now, but we don't actually need to because he's got them. So we're going to use them probably on the next hero, Osni. But I appreciate all the likes. Excellent. 4,000 likes. Another 6,000. If we get to 10,000, it brings in a new monster. But every 2,000 is another advantage roll. So he's going to use his frost axe here against the storm crab. Hope the next hero is that knight that I saw. Yeah, the knight died. Actually, right before you got on, the knight was here. And he got smacked by the storm crab and Creeper Jones over there donating for extra actions. Did I roll with advantage? No, I did not. I needed to roll with advantage. Yeah, I know. He was just here. You just missed him, Osni. All right, so somehow he misses with advantage. Let's go ahead and try again for the second one, Kelvin. There you go. That one's going to hit. All right, so we do the damage. He's got a good bit of damage that he does. 21 to the storm crab. Oh, but the storm crab is resistant to the cold. So he goes from 21 to 20. I guess the cold damage was only 2. Okay. So, by the way, let me go to the next creature here, which is Griswold, also brought in by Creeper. For those of you that are just popping in, for this Midweek Monster Mash, every Midweek Monster Mash, over in the More D&D Discord, you can actually root for one of the two sides, monsters or heroes, and you get a benefit in the Discord if you guess right. So, just for those of you just tuning in, never having seen this before, right now we had, for this week specifically, we had 23 people rooting for the monsters and 16 people rooting for the heroes. So there was a lot of people rooting for the monsters tonight. Let's go monsters, says Creeper. All right, so he does the damage to the storm crab, and it is now Griswold's turn. Griswold is going to go get in this action against Sassy. So can he... She's got fairy dust, right? Or he's got fairy dust? Yeah, it's a melee attack, or a ranged attack. So, I think he's also... What's the spells that he's got, too? Oh, this could be fun. Oh, alright. Oh, I'm between Tasha's Hideous Laughter or Polymorph. I feel like Polymorph would be such a fun one. Let's go... Oh, I think... it's a tough choice. So, I think Griswold is going to try to polymorph Kelvin. Let's see what it's got. It only gets to try once, so here we go. We need a wisdom saving throw from Kelvin. Rick Hardino, welcome to the live. Is there a druid? There is not specifically a druid. Oh, actually, it's funny. There is the centaur that you saw on the screen. That centaur, his name's Zendar the Centaur. He's a druid. All right, DC wisdom saving throw from Kelvin. With advantage because we've got the rolls. Here we go. A nat 20 for the wisdom saving throw. As Griswold, the pixie, casts the spell over at Kelvin. Kelvin stares at the pixie and goes, ha ha, I feel nothing. So that is one advantage roll. Oh, it says we've used 5. We have not used any. We've used 1. Okay. Oh, dang, it's this Creeper Jones. I know, that would have been really cool. So, for the bonus action, it can do Burst of Wonder. Oh, that's right, but it doesn't really do anything. Thank the gods I couldn't take Cal 2.0. All right, that is Griswold's turn. Actually, he's going to fly back a little bit. Oh, wait, he can fly, right? No, fly speed of 30. He's going to fly up. You know what? He's just going to fly 20 feet up in the air right now. So that way he can see everything and be out of some ranges here. All right. So Griswold is 20 feet up. Here we go. Up next, we have Skeletor, who has yet to take a turn, but he did get blasted by a water jet and went flying out in front of the... It was like slow motion in front of the dragon turtle and then spoosh into the water. So Skeletor is going to... I don't think he's going to do the undead thing right now. It's too crowded. He's going to do Circle of Death. Let's see. What can he see? All right. He's going to swim at half speed this way in front of the dragon turtle, by the way. Mind you. So he can kind of see Jeff here. And then, yeah, he's going to go one more. And he's going to cast Circle of Death. Cast spell. Holy cow. Okay, this is way bigger than I thought it was. Imagine my surprise when I saw this on my screen. That was not what I expected. What in the world? 60-foot radius. Each creature in that area makes a con save. Alright, he probably would not do that then. Never mind. He would not do that. Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. We're going to remove this, okay? Oh, no, wrong. If I undo, will that bring it back? It does. We're going to remove this, right? And then you see what we're going to do is we're going to hit the button number 2 here because Germ coming in with a CR10 monster. Germ bringing in a big boy. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we bringing in? Germ, I am disappointed, says DJ Widget. Bringing in an Aerosaur, a dinosaur on this island. But I think that's the flying one, isn't it? Oh my god. Alright, so we're bringing in an Aerosaur. Hold on, where's the monsters at? Aerosaur, yes, let's go, says Creeper Jones. Barney is what Germ's calling it. Barney the dinosaur. Ah! As this big dinosaur comes flying in. Down low here. I got to change the token name to Barney the dinosaur. Cue Jurassic. Oh! I don't know what I was thinking. Hold on. Hold on. You're right. I'm glad you reminded me. I totally forgot. That's Barney. Barney the Aerosaur dinosaur comes flying in for the monsters, mind you. For the monsters! Behind Jurgen, the also dinosaur-looking dragon turtle that pops out of the water once more. As a pair of Jurassic-looking creatures swipes down for the monsters. I heard that noise at the Lynyrd Skynyrd concert. Oh my god. Alright. Guys, give me your wallets. Can't stay up tonight. Alright. Here we go. We're getting in it. Oh, I gotta put Barney in. I gotta put Barney in here. Barney's in. Okay. We got everybody in, to my understanding. Skeletor is not gonna cast that Circle of Death, I don't think. Because he's gonna hit all the good people, too. So, what he's gonna do instead... he probably wants to cast Mage Armor to try and stick around longer, which would be a really good idea, to be honest. So he's going to cast Mage Armor. So now his AC is going to be 15. So I need to edit his AC real quick. Formula, Mage Armor, there we go. Okay. Alright. He is good now. And then for his bonus action, fellow monsters, just tell me when, says Creeper. Oh, God. So maybe, I mean, it's a bonus action that he can do it. Yeah, he's going to cast Summon Undead. Why wouldn't he? Magically summons 5 undead. I just can't keep up with as many creatures. Oh, my gosh. All right, so we're bringing in zombies. Zombie. Okay, and he's just going to... You know what? He's going to surround the storm crab. So... 3, 4, and 5. I think he went here. No, here. He's just sending him over here. The Pokey Follower, welcome back to the live. All right, so he summons the zombies. And they're all good, but I'm only going to roll for one. Or I think he says they go after him. Right? The zombies go after him in initiative. They take their turns immediately after. Yes. Okay. So, they just go after. That's fine. And I just need to mark them as heroes. This is insanity. This is insanity. You guys have been wild tonight with the creatures and monsters. I love it. This is quite the battle so far. Okay. After them, Creeper, go pay a bill or something. Jesus. All right. So the zombies are going to make their attacks against the storm crab. So they get to do their slam attacks. Creeper Jones! No way. Creeper Jones. Creeper Jones! Bringing in another dragon turtle! Oh my god. What would you like to name your monster dragon turtle? As another wave forms next to Jurgen. No, we're going to say back here next to the Barney. Guys, the monsters are in trouble. I mean, the heroes are in trouble. Yikes. Oh my god. Name him Demise. All right, we shall name him Demise. And we must add him to the battle here. Oh my god. I did add Barney, right? I did. Okay, and he's Team Monsters. Jeez. As he's coming up in the back. Demise shall be its name. I have to switch to cheering for the bad guys because y'all got way too much disposable income. My final form is complete, says Creeper Jones. All right, well, the zombies trying to be making their attacks over here while dragon turtles are appearing. I appreciate you, Creeper. I want to make sure I emphasize that. I don't want it to be thought that I don't appreciate you, because I do. You're awesome. All right, so the first slam attack misses. I'm just going to do 5 from the same one because it's all the same. Against this thing. Normal. Attack. Oh, he hit. Second zombie hits. The third zombie does not. The fourth zombie does. The fifth zombie does. Wow, 3 out of 5. Not bad. Not bad. Super happy for Carnage, says Creeper. Yeah, you bring in plenty of Carnage, that's for sure. Unless someone brings in the big baddie, I forget what it is tonight. I just missed it too. I know it's the Kraken for the monsters, but I feel like that's really the hero's only chance is the big baddie for the other side of things. So I think otherwise the heroes are in quite the doo-doo. Zaratan, thank you. Zaratan, by the way, is the other turtle-looking thing that's like a big island. So it's like a giant turtle-looking thing that can carry buildings and stuff. 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. All right, so they did to the storm crab 6, 2, and 4 damage. All right. It is now Sassy's turn. Sassy the assassin is tired of being prone, first of all. So he is going to use half his movement to stand up. So he will get rid of the prone effect. And then I believe he's got a walk speed of 30. So he's used 15. He is going to use his bonus action to disengage. And he's going to... He's just going to try to run. He's going to go 5, 10, 15. Running through the fog slightly. And he's going to run out of it and fire off at probably Jeff, because Jeff attacked him in the first place. So he's going to be attacking Jeff here. With his light crossbow. We're going to use advantage, by the way. So what? I've used 3 total advantages. Over on TikTok, we have 2. Over on YouTube, we have 6. So we have 8 advantages total to use for use. We've used 3. We're going to use 3 more, so that'll put us at 6. Okay. Oh, did we use? Wait, maybe we didn't use any yet. We only used the 1, didn't we? I lied. We've only used the 1, so I need to bring that down to 4. We're using 3 more, so we'll have 4 total. 4 total is what we've used. Okay, good. So he's using his 3 advantages here against Jeff. All right, that one's definitely going to hit. Second one, nat 20. That's a big one. Oh, man, Jeff is eating these. All right, first one is normal. He does a lot of damage, by the way. So we apply to Jeff. Next one is critical. Owie. 65. Oh, Jeff almost dies on that one. And finally, with normal damage, he sends it at Jeff. All right, and with that, Sassy hops up from the sand after being attacked, flies through the fog, pops out of the fog, and just... Osney says, rip Jeff. Creeper Jones with the... as Jeff essentially just gets blasted into the water. And with that, he will be taken off of the map as he is dead. That is Sassy's turn. So up next, we have our first dragon turtle that has a 50-foot walk speed. Oh, he's got a steam breath too. Oh, man. Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, what's he going to do first? I mean, he's got his bite. Makes 3 bite attacks and replace 1 with a tail attack. I think that he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And he's going to swim up next to Kelvin the Frost Giant. And he is going to be a problem. So, he will do 2 bites and a well, 3 bite attacks probably. Oh my god, he does fire damage? No, Kelvin runs, says Osney. All right. So, 1 bite attack. That's going to hit. He has plus 13 to hit, by the way. Yikes. Another one, 18 plus. That's going to hit. And for his 3rd bite attack, 16 plus. Ouch. Kelvin is about to get chopped. As Kelvin's focusing on the storm crab, he feels a wave of water rush against his feet. And as he turns with a, this thing just chomps into Kelvin 3 times. Oh, with a lot of damage. Ouch. 26. Then Kelvin meet Fahrenheit, says Creeper. I do like that. I do like that. I'm a fan. 26, 26, and 27 damage. So, close to, what, 80 damage-ish? 72. Yeah, 80 damage. Ouch. All right. And does he have any bonus action or anything? He does not. Okay, that is Demise's turn. It is now the Merid's turn. And the Merid is going to... Let's see. What shall he do? He could do Aquatic Lash. He has not used his Water Jet. Or, I think he gets it every turn. He's going to use his Water Jet. Does he only get that once? I'm just not sure. Water jet. Let me just double check that he gets this more than once. No, he can use it whenever he wants. Okay. All right, so he's using water jet against Majestic and Bucky. So those two are going to need to make dexterity saving throws. Dexterity saving throws, normal. See what we got here. That's a 3. Someone's failing. Who failed that? Bucky failed. Oh my god, a 3 and a 1. We went from heroes were crushing it to now heroes are saying nay. All right, so they're both taking the full damage. Gabriel Perez, what's going on? It has been a heck of a midweek monster mash. It has been insanity. So both of them take the full 36 damage, which is enough to kill Majestic. So just in case you might want to know, Gabriel, look at this mayhem of creatures. 3 dragon turtles have been brought in. Shout out Creeper. Shout out Horsemack. Germ brought in this Aerosaur. Kelvin was brought in by DJ Widget. Then you got Jesse adding extra actions along with Creeper. And have I missed anybody? Other people that have brought stuff in? You guys have been insane. I know Whomper brought in a Wild Magic Surge. It has been an insane midweek monster mash. I'm glad I'm not there fighting, says Gabriel, right? All right, so Majestic dies straight up from this water jet. Rip Majestic. Another hero down. Although I can't delete her for some reason. Why is she not disappearing? There she goes. Bucky also gets pushed 20 feet straight away from the Merid and has the prone condition. So he goes, wah! And goes flying. Actually, I would say that he gets slammed into the rocks. Yeah, she was done. Sour cream and Dunyan. But Bucky is going to take, we'll say 2d6 bludgeoning damage, as it would have been 20 feet of movement slammed into the rock. So let's go ahead and roll 2d6. Oops. My keyboard, the mouse gets in the way of my keyboard sensor, which is insanity. I need to probably get a wired keyboard. Or is my forward slash not working? There we go. 2d6. Oh, ouch. 10 bludgeoning damage to Bucky. Yikes, Bucky. Okay. And the Merid, however you say it, the real Merid soccer team is going to swim away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll put him over here. 30. LOL saw do Dragon Girls got spooked. Alright. So the Merfolk Wavebender's up. And the Merfolk Wavebender is going to slide out and attack Sassy from where it's at. It's going to fire off an aquatic burst. And it gets, I think, 3 of them? 2. It's going to miss the first one. What about the second one? 13 plus. It will hit that one. So we'll do the damage. It does 19 damage to Sassy, who has that temp HP. So Sassy's doing all right after the hit. Then the Wavebender's going to drop back behind the rock. And kind of go through his partner here. Shadar Kyle, who's 1,000,000 feet away, gets to shadow jump if it was dark, but it's not. Although, it is sunset. He'd have to be able to shadow jump to another shadow he can see it. I don't think he can see any. Gabriel Perez! Coming in with the galaxy over on TikTok! Bringing in another hero! Gabriel Perez, you animal! Rooting for the heroes! And so now, Gabriel Perez, I ask thee, who would you like to choose? Hold on, I got you. Where's it at? There it is. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Choose your character music. There it is. Gabriel Perez! What creature looks swell to you? If you can see them all, hopefully. All the ones with X's are already in. Creeper Jones with the claps. DJ Widget shouting, you're the man, Gabriel. First row, third down. Oh! Aang the Elementalist. That is a solid choice. Solid choice. All right. We're going to duplicate the X. We're bringing in Aang the Elementalist. That is a big pick. Especially when people pay for actions. Sometimes Aang's actions are insanity. So, let's go ahead and bring in the Elemental Cultist. Brought in by Gabriel. And we're going to put him... He's probably... I like to imagine the Elemental Cultist is going to appear, we'll say on the back of the ship. He's going to pop up over here. Let's bring him in. There's the heroes. Aang the Elemental Cultist is coming in. All right. Gabriel Perez, I appreciate you, by the way. Thank you so much. Bringing in some chaos and mayhem. I love it. I love it. And he's going to go in 2 turns. All right. So Shadar Kyle, now that another hero has come in, he gets hype. Galaxy coming in. Let's go. All right. Shadar Kyle, the Cultist Cannon, the Arcane Artillery. Aang! The Cultist Cannon and Arcane Artillery. I love that. All right. So Shadar Kyle is going to drop down into the shadows next to the ship. So he moves about 10 feet. Dropping down into the water, into the shadow, and I'm going to say that he is going to shadow step over into the Real X. What's going on? Welcome to the live. He is going to shadow step over near the giant squid, or shadow jump, I'm sorry. Any spot within 30 feet to an unoccupied shadowy space. They just have to be in dim light, kind of. So he's going to the Shadar Kai, go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's got to stay within the shadow of the boat. And then he's going to swim out, half speed. Will he get close enough? I don't think he will. 5. Let's see, he used 10. Shadow jump. He's got 20 more. He can go 10. He gets within range, I think. What's his reach? Spiked chain. Reach is 10 feet. 5, 10, 15. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I believe... Oh, he can reach! He can reach! All right, Shadar Kyle is going to attack the giant squid with his spiked chain attacks. So he gets 3 of them. For those of you rooting for the heroes, this is a chance. This is a chance. And for those of you rooting for the monsters, Creeper, we'll see if we can do some damage to the monsters finally. We have 1, 2. Creeper Jones watching his monsters. 3 hits. 3 successful hits. All right, let's go ahead and do the damage here. 1, 2, and 3. For those of you ever on TikTok, every 2,000 likes is an advantage roll for the heroes. Every 10,000 brings in a new monster. Creeper Jones bringing in an extra action for the next monster. I will bring that in one moment when we get to it. 11, 14, and 13. And then the squid needs to make 3 saving throws. Save. All right, so dexterity saving throws coming in. Normal. Gabriel Perez coming in with an extra action for the heroes. Let's go, Gabriel Perez, giving Shadar Kyle 3 more attacks as the squid fails its first saving throw. It does succeed on the second. And it succeeds on the third. So it does take a little extra damage. Where is the spike chain decay? We roll that. Targeting still. We're good. Giant squid. Apply. So now he gets to make 3 more. Thank you to Gabriel Perez. Let's go ahead and make these 3 attacks. Let's see if he can finish the giant squid off. I'm assuming that he can. That's one. Will Gabriel Perez single-handedly finish off this giant squid? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Creeper Jones. That came in before I rolled the third attack. So let me do the first and second. If the giant squid comes in, lives, that one goes to the giant squid. So let's roll the damage. Give me 1 second. Apply 10. Oh, I don't think he's going to make it. Unless this is really low. No, I don't think. Did he have one? No, he doesn't make it. So Gabriel Perez finishes off the giant squid through the use of Shadar Kyle. But, Creeper Jones, you still have 125 temp HP you can give to any monster you'd like. What monster would you like to give it to? You let me know. Gabriel Perez, I appreciate you. Up next is Jurgen, the Dragon Turtle, who's going to make waves coming in. Now, they can move through their allies here. So it's going to, so the Storm Crab's getting an additional 125 temp HP. Plus 125. Gabriel Perez doing his best to help out these heroes. All right. Jurgen, the Dragon Turtle, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over towards Bucky. Seeing Bucky flailing in the water. LOL, it's just excess head savings. I'd say put your wallet down, but you keep this up and you're going to put your wallet to sleep. Was designated for this. All right, so Jurgen is going to... All right, hold on. I need to change the live goal. I need to set it to the galaxy and help the heroes. I had it set for monsters. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Edit. Rip Bucky, says Osni before we even attack. He says, Rip Bucky. Confirm. Hold on, hero. Okay. Save. Okay. Here we go. Jurgen the Dragon Turtle. Oh, actually. Wait a minute. Okay, Jurgen's actually going to do its Steam Breath, because it would not make sense for me to not do that. So, he's going to do his Steam Breath. And it's going to hit both Bucky and Shadar Kyle. Yikes! Alright, so Bucky and Shadar Kyle both need to make con saving throws. That's a 3. And that's an 18. One of them will save. Oh, no. Alright. And we're going to do the damage roll, which I think is a lot, as you can see by the number of dice rolling. 56. Shadar Kyle is the one that's saved, so he takes half. So we apply. And Bucky is no more. So with that... Ha-ha! Bucky faces the Dragon Turtle coming at him. And as he does so, the Dragon Turtle exhales. Hill says, who's winning? Hill, the monsters are overwhelmingly winning with 2 Dragon Turtles and Barney the Aerosaur dinosaur. Now, the heroes do have a Dragon Turtle on their side, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Creeper's winning, says DJ Widget. Alright, I'm only selecting one, right? Delete Bucky as he is dead. Shadar Kyle took a bunch of damage there. Now, here's the problem. Creeper says, LOL, maybe carrying this. Why can't I not click this? Okay, there we go. So, Jurgen gets an extra action and has used 30 feet of movement. He's going to move... So, he's going to finish his movement 5, 10, 15, 20. And then... What's the bite range? Is 15 feet. Oh, my God. All right. So then... Creeper comes in with... Nope. Another action for Jurgen to most likely finish off Shadar Kyle. Hill says, I have 700 tokens to contribute to the monsters. I don't know if you'll need to. They are doing well. All right, he's going to do 3 bite attacks. Hill says, I voted monsters this week. I told you, a lot of people voted monsters. It's insanity. All right, he's doing 3 bite attacks. 1, 2. Maybe LOL, says DJ Widget for him carrying it. And 3. I don't think he needed the 3rd one, but I think we just overkilled Shadar Kyle. This is wild. You guys are nuts. Yeah, like I said, I mean, unless a million actions comes in for one of the heroes to just fire off an insane number of actions, or the Zaratan comes in for the heroes, that's probably... Yeah, it only needed 2 attacks. All right, here we go. Let me get rid of Shadar Kyle. He says, how many heroes are left? I'm thinking of dropping everything on extra text. Gabriel Perez! Bringing in another hero! Gabriel Perez trying his hardest for the heroes. Oh my God. Gabriel Perez. Hold on. Hold on. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Choose your character! Monsters are waiting. Oh, he wants the Druid Zendar. Alright, so here's the thing. Oh, no, you just said I got it. I know a lot of people don't like Zendar the Centaur. At this rate, the game's gonna end tomorrow morning, says Elio. Creeper salutes Gabriel. DJ Widget, Gabriel's going down swinging. Good on ya. 4 over, 2 down. Oh, Clayton the Clay Golem. You're good. Let me move some of these around. Who died? Bucky died. The Clay Golem's out. Chad is dead, so he's okay. He could come back theoretically. Kelvin's dead. He could come back. She's dead. She could come back. Aang is in. He's out. Okay. That's all your heroes that are available. Okay. We're bringing in Clayton the Clay Golem. How many monsters do we have compared to heroes right now? Give me 1 second, because it's a lot to a little. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me bring in Kelvin for a second. 1 second. 1 second. I'm sorry, not bringing Kelvin. Let me bring in Clayton. Heroes. Where's Clayton? He's got to come in. Clayton comes, he just gets created out of the sand and comes moving in. And as he does so, Nick Hill bringing in a CR10 monster to the battle, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you over on YouTube, you do get to see the wheel pop up. If you're over on YouTube, you get to see the wheel as we bring in a CR10 monster. Thanks to Nick Hill over on TikTok. What are we bringing in? We are bringing in a Guardian Naga. Oh my God. This is insanity. Junior David, welcome to the live. I salute you, Nick, says Creeper. DJ Widgets over on YouTube says, oh, FFS. I'll leave it at that. Okay, let me bring in your Guardian Naga. Oh my gosh. This is insanity. Absolute insanity. Hold on, I gotta bring him in. What would you like to name your Guardian Naga? Who, I don't even have a reason for how he gets in. But I'm gonna say he appears right behind the tree here. And expired. Is that what you're naming him, is expired? Did I add Clayton to it? I did not. All right, normal. All right, we're naming him expired. Okay. So for those of you just joining in, we have a battle between heroes and monsters that starts off even, but we have had quite the the vote for the monsters tonight. Did I add expired in? I think I did, right? I'm not seeing him. I don't think I did. Oh, I didn't roll for him. There you go. Let me roll for expired. Okay, I think everybody's in now. Everybody's been brought in. And then Nick Hill giving... Okay, so you sent 3 tiny dinos. I appreciate the tiny dinos. I just need to clarify 2 of them gives advantage to the next monster attack. So the third one, we're basically 1 tiny dino away from... Okay, there it is. Hill sent it. So we have 2 advantage rolls for the next 2 advantage... Or the 2 monster attacks. He says, don't worry. Hill, I appreciate you. All right. Whose turn was it? Jurgen finished his turn. Okay. Up next, we have Clayton. Clayton actually rolled to be next. I need to make sure he is shown as the hero. Hill bringing in 10 GGs. 50 of those is a D4 added to the next roll. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. So, I think that Clayton is going to walk up to Griswold here. And he's going to attack Griswold. Creeper coming in with an extra action for the next monster attack. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure I don't miss anything. There's a lot coming in. I might go join Creeper on YouTube, says Hill. Says Nick Hill. Creeper with 2 extra actions. That's not good. All right. So, he's going to slam. What does Hasten do? Okay. Got it. He's going to use his slam twice here. That is a 12 plus, which is definitely going to hit. Are we all the way down over there? We are. And we'll do another one. He gets 2. I should be doing with advantage here. We'll do him with advantage. So that's 1. And then the next one with advantage. Hey, Creeper. Son. Dad, that's son. That's funny. All right. So I've used 2 more advantage rolls, bringing us up to 6 total. All right, and I need to do damage twice. They were not critical hits. See, all the cool kids are over here, says Nick Hill. All right, 23 and 17, and Griswold needs to make a con save. DC 11 and DC 10. It fails. So Griswold loses its... oh, it never got the polymorph anyway. It didn't need to make a save. So that didn't matter. Real quick, let me set up new go edit. 1 second. Okay, confirm. Okay, save. Put that up there. Okay, I probably should make it coming. Lennon, welcome to the live. Welcome to the chaos. Clayton finishes his turn. Up next is Aang. See, Aang is the one that can actually make problems because Aang can do some serious damage with his attacks. So, he is going to fire off at this Marid. And he also, doesn't he have... No, okay. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's... Okay. So, he's going to fire off at 3 elemental claw attacks. I'm thinking with advantage. So, we're going to fire off good things. That was a nat 1. Attack, advantage, and how many do we have? Over on YouTube, we have 6. Over on TikTok, we have 2 more. So we have 8. So he only gets 2 advantage rolls. And then this is the third one. We have an 18. So he does hit the Marid with all 3. Creeper with another extra action for the enemies. Oh my god. He does 24. Then 19. Holy cow, that was a big one. And then 27. Apply, apply, and apply. So the Marid is finally down below half with Aang's 3 attacks. The Marid needs to make con saves. And finally, they're above 10. He succeeds on the first one by a lot. Succeeds on the second one by a lot. I told you 10, but did 15 just because monsters, says Nick. All right. So he succeeds on all of those. That is the end of Aang's turn. Now, up next, we have a million attacks by this Wavebender. So this Wavebender is going to come out here, and he has 3 extra actions to start. Not to mention, the next 4 of them are at advantage thanks to Nick. So, or the next 2 of them are at advantage. So, he's going to go after Sassy. Aquatic Burst. The first 2, oh, I forgot to roll with advantage. That's a 7, which missed. Oh, and a nat 20! Look at that! Nick Hill coming in to save the attack with a critical hit. Does 28 damage to Sassy. And then the next one was with advantage. And he makes 2. Alright. So, he does hit again. So with his first action, he hits twice. One of them with a critical. Let's freaking go, says Creeper. 23 more damage. Sassy is now in big trouble. As the Wavebender has 3 more actions, meaning 6 more Aquatic Burst attacks. These will all be at normal. He does hit. So we'll go ahead and do both. Attack, normal. 17 plus. Who knows, maybe this account will have some luck on the Sachemon now that I've donated on it. Damage. He hits both times. Apply. Damage, normal, apply. He didn't roll too high on the damage there. Alright, so now we have 4 more attacks. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay. What keeps popping up? So, oh, I see. Something kept popping up over on TikTok. I apologize. So up next, we have 4 more Aquatic Burst attacks. As a donor, I can assure you the luck goes down. He hits with the first. Will he hit with the second? Ladies and gentlemen, the heroes are in big trouble. Big trouble. He hits with one of these because Sassy is a big loss also. And finally, unless he misses these 2, Sassy is probably dead. Dude has till reset to get soon. I'm itching to draw. It does miss the first one. Will it miss the second? Oh, that was Sassy's last chance. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Sassy is dead. Hot Mess Express, welcome to the live. Welcome back, I think. I've seen your name in here before. Welcome to the chaos that has been happening here. It has been wild. Sassy for the heroes is dead. So if you're rooting for the heroes, it's not looking good. We need 4 more likes, says Creeper, for a new monster. Or another 4,500 for a new monster over on TikTok. And he's going to slide back over. And up next is Raphael, which was brought in by Team Heroes over on YouTube. Raphael has a chance to make a big difference here. So I think what Raphael is going to do is move forward into the mist. 5, 10, 15, 20 as everyone watches as this massive dragon turtle, Godzilla-like, disappears into the fog. He's going to go... Actually, he's going to go about here. I would imagine about here. And as he does so, he will unleash his steam breath onto all of the unsuspecting victims. I know it must be done. To TikTok I go for more likes, says Nick Hill. All right, so the steam breath comes in. Oh, he's going to get a little closer because he wants to hit everybody. Actually, no, he was fine where he's at. He is going to hit his steam breath with as many creatures as he can. So he hits Jurgen, the 2 Wavebenders, and the Marid. Hill is back. And so we must make Constitution saving throws for these three. Normal, 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 and normal. Corey College, welcome to the chaos as Dragon Turtle on Dragon Turtle action has unfolded in Godzilla epic monster fashion. The merfolk both failed, the Marin succeeded. As Raphael the Dragon Turtle, Steam Breaths, Jurgen, and all the rest. DJ Widget coming in with extra actions for Raphael the Dragon Turtle. Let's see if we can do something crazy with it. We got to do our damage first. 16 D6s. Creeper coming in with another extra action for the monsters, which I'll play the tune when we get to the monster. 58 damage. These two failed, so I need to say apply to selected. I need to hit selected here. So Jurgen succeeded, takes half. The Merid succeeded and takes half. The other two failed and take full. It's not enough to kill the other two, but it is enough to kill the one Wavebender. Wow, I thought that would have killed both, to be honest with you. Creeper coming in with another one. I'm gonna play him when I get to the next, your next creature. All right, so Raphael, we got to get rid of its thing. Creeper with another action. Oh my god, this is insanity. The Merit does need to make a DC 14 con save. Let's see what it gets here. 10 plus. It does succeed. All right, so Raphael is going to come in. I feel like, you know, he might attack the Dragon Turtle, but its effort's well wasted, I think. But I feel like he has to, you know? So, he's going to Dragon Turtle on Dragon Turtle action. Here we go. 3 bite attacks, I think, because the tail attack. Yeah, because it's bigger than that. Yeah, I think that it's got to do this one. All right. Normal attacks. Of course, it rolls a 4. I'm going to do it with advantage. They're with advantage. Oh, my God. DJ Widget, I don't know what you want from me. That's the first advantage roll. Because I was at 8. We had 1 more. We have 7 over there. 7 plus 3. We have 10 total. So he gets 1 more advantage roll. Will he get a nat 20 to make up for it? No, but he does hit. And then with his third attack, oh, I rolled with advantage. Doesn't count. Whatever it is, doesn't count. Is a 26. Hold on. I got to roll again. Normal. 18 plus. Okay, so he hits twice. Creeper coming in with another action for the next monster. The next monster is going to be wild. Almost 1K likes down. 3 more to go, says Hill. Okay, I had to do that final move. All right, so we do 2 bouts of damage here. Normal and normal against Jurgen. 30, but it goes down to 28, and 34 down to 31. Not bad. That's not bad. I thought it would be a lot less because it was like on like. Okay. Corey Khalij bringing on more likes. College. Let me know if I'm saying that wrong. I'm going to say Khalij. Tell me if I'm wrong there. 6,600 likes. 6,700 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, the likes are flying up on TikTok. 6,800. What is happening? 69. They are flying up in the hundreds. Holy cow. Every 10,000 likes brings in a new monster. The Storm Crab is up and gets 4 extra actions. 7,300 likes, ladies and gentlemen. The likes are flying up. All right. The Storm Crab, first we got to see if he gets the water jet back. 7,500 likes. He does not get it back. So he has stingers and claws. All right, so. Oh my God, I thought it would be a smaller creature. Nope. You did the big one here. Stinger first. 7,600. If you are still liking on TikTok, by the way, make sure you check to see if your likes are coming back up. Because sometimes you have to back out. It's not like counting your, like college. Okay, got it. A lot of times your likes will stop getting counted. I don't want you to waste your efforts. Okay, so it does hit with the stinger against Kelvin. That's going to be a problem. That's a lot of damage. And then it gets 2 claw attacks. 8,300 likes on TikTok. Ooh, big miss there. We do get another one. I have to stop watching this. I've already got enough depressing news. LOL, says DJ Widget. That one does hit. Sorry, DJ. I might have gone overboard today. 8,600 likes over on TikTok. Timothy Court McCleve says, who's winning so far? Timothy, it has been mayhem. Creeper Jones coming in wild. All of these monsters being brought in. 3 dragon turtles, one of them for the heroes, which is good. And then Barney, the dinosaur, coming flying in. And then we've got this storm crab that's doing hecka damage to poor Kelvin here. And then we've had heroes brought in. I will say Gabriel Perez has been doing absolute work trying to help the heroes out, bringing in new heroes with his galaxies. But, I mean, Creeper has really been coming in for the monsters here. So, the Storm Crab has 4 more actions thanks to Creeper. So, with these extra actions, who's watching? It's like watching a 12-year-old versus Conor McGregor. All right, Stinger, attack. Oh yeah, he had to save. Excuse me, I burped. I forgot to see if he saved, because theoretically he would have had advantage with those attacks, and they would have been critical. Let's just face it, he's dead. He does succeed though. All right, so another Stinger attack, and then if he hits, he's gonna have to save. It does hit. He might not even have to save because this might be enough to kill him. No, it's not going to be enough to kill him. Don't get my homie Naga. Don't forget my homie Naga. Yeah. Hill's bringing in the Guardian Naga down here. Expired. Reminds me of that commercial. Expired. Do you have ants in your house? Expired. And he needs to make a save now. Make the save. DC 17 con save. 9,900 likes. 99.85! Ladies and gentlemen! Wait for it. Oh, we stopped at 99.85. We stopped at 99.85. There needs to be 15 more likes. Quick! Made me look silly. 10,000 likes! Ladies and gentlemen! We are bringing in another monster! Oh! Timothy! Timothy! Alright, hold on! Hold on! The Kraken Priest, hold on. Wait. Alright, so I need to bring in... Hold on. Hold on. Let me finish this. About to get wild up in here. Hold on. Monsters. What did I just roll? What was it? Kraken Priest. Oh, you know what? That fits. Kraken Priest. Hold on. The Kraken Priest. I don't even know where they're coming from at this point. Walks up onto the island. I don't know. But, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I don't remember what it says over on Discord. I mean, over on TikTok. But, Timothy Court McCleve coming in with the equivalent of the Dragon Turtle. I don't remember if I changed it on TikTok, so it might be something else. It might have been a Phoenix on TikTok. Timothy! Oh, wait. So, Timothy... I just realized that you did that for the monsters. I thought that was the hero one. Oh, my God. I thought you were coming in to help the heroes. And, like... Ouch. No, F them heroes, says Timothy. Okay. Alright. So the heroes, tail between their legs, stare around at their surroundings. and they see nothing but enemy dragon turtles, an Aerosaur dinosaur that's coming flying in. They're seeing monster creatures like a Kraken priest just come out of the water. They're seeing this storm crab obliterate Kelvin. And then out of nowhere, they hear roar! As this adult dragon comes flying in. I'm going to say that it comes flying in back towards Aang because this is just insanity. So Alright, let me play the music while this is happening. Alright, so we spun the wheel over on YouTube. Timothy bringing in an adult silver dragon. Oh my god. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. And we're at 1,300 likes already. Oh my god. Okay, so I stand by the only thing that saves this is if a Zaratan comes in. That is the only thing that helps the heroes at this point, I imagine. As an adult silver dragon comes flying in, it would be a little bigger, comes flying in near Aang. Appearance, it's a little bigger. Probably like 1.4. All right, there you go. That's the adult silver dragon. As the adult silver dragon comes flying in, we need to add him to the battle. What would you like to name your adult silver dragon? Timothy. And none of us feel bad for them heroes, says Nick. Please say it's the blue one because him and Aang got history. It was not. Name it Overkill, says DJ Widget. Doom music starts playing. Timothy, I salute you, says Creeper. Oh my god. That is too funny. Yikes. Did I add the Kraken Priest in here? I did not. I'm good with Overkill, says Timothy. Alright. It'll be a dragon named Overkill. Token. Where is appearance? Oh, I hit the wrong thing. That's why. That's why. What am I missing here? Oh, settings. No. Where is token? And why can't I rename this thing? Did I click the wrong thing? Is that why? Guys, I cannot... Oh, here it is. Got it. That was honestly me. I'm going to be honest, but insanity. Okay, we have an adult silver dragon named Overkill that comes flying at Aang. Back to YouTube I go, says Nick. Timothy coming in with an advantage roll for the next monster attack. Yikes. Yikes. Going on lunch. Good night and goodbye, says Widget. Alright. We need to finish the Storm Crab's next million attacks. Thanks to Creeper. Did he I don't even remember what happened. He needs to make a save. He didn't make the save yet. DJ says, night. Creeper said, thanks for playing. Can I give the advantage to the dragon? Sure, I'll allow it. So when we get to the dragon, its first attack has advantage. Okay, he fails. So now Kelvin is paralyzed. It's kind of irrelevant because he's doomed. He is doomed. Yikes. So he gets 2 claw attacks at advantage. 17 plus is going to hit. Let's see if that kills him. Gotta really F Aang up, says Timothy. Going for revenge. Alright, so we apply this to Kelvin, and with that, Kelvin is dead. Another hero down. Ladies and gentlemen, we have what looks to be 3 heroes left. Now the Storm Crab is about to start effing up these zombies. It's going to use its second claw attack. 7 plus, it's definitely going to hit. Damage. I don't think it can miss. Can it miss? It's plus 10 to hit. Their AC is 8. It can't miss. And with 14 damage... Oh, it's going to kill all of them. It's going to murk every one of these. I'm not even... So it can't miss. It has 3, 6, 9 more claw attacks. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm gonna do it to see how many are left. So, because he's not using a stinger at all here, as this thing just rapid fire attacks these things. So that's its first attack on its 3rd out of 5 actions. Apply. So delete that. Damage. Normal. This is the second attack on its 3rd out of 5 actions, which kills it. And 3rd attack on its 3rd action. I think it's Obliteration Day. Normal. Apply the damage here. Okay, so that's its 3rd action, Timothy. Out of 5. So it had its first. You gave it 4 more. It's used 2 of the ones you paid for. It's got 2 more. So we do the damage here for first and second claw attack of this action. 25 will kill it. I totally need to be able to bring in a false Hydra somehow. What CR is a false Hydra? Ooh, he does have to use his 3rd attack on this one, though. Damage. Creeper did the actions, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Alright, so now we have one final action from the Storm Crab, who I guess is going to move over towards Demise and use his final action against Demise. So now we have this giant Storm Crab, this gargantuan beast of a Storm Crab, going up against Demise, the Dragon Turtle. Alright, so he's going to use his Stinger and attack. He's going to miss the Stinger attack. Now that he's going up against something with actual AC. Monster on monster crime. Oh, you're right. Hold up. I'm glad you said that, Nick. I was wrong. Wrong monster. I mean, wrong type of creature. So, you're right. He's not attacking him. So he did an 18 and then a 15. He's going to crawl over this boat and do it to Skeletor. And Skeletor's AC is 15, so both first attacks do hit. I'm glad you said something, Nick. That was my fault. Look how they massacred my boy. Normal. And so that's 15. Apply that. That was my fault. I totally I mixed up the monsters. And another damage to him. I'm not sure expired is in initiative count. Is it not? Yeah, it's a little further down. He's coming. So the first one would have been the Stinger, though. Alright, so he hits with 2 claws. He's got to do a Stinger attack. Technically, then he would have had advantage, but it's fine. I screwed up. That's on me. Normal attack with the Stinger. He does hit. Damage. And then Skeletor's got to make a save. Yikes. Skeletor is about to go now as well. So, Skeletor, con save with the normal. He does save. Look at that. I kind of want to go to 50 for the title, but at this point it would just be mean. I mean, you could always help the heroes. New idea from that, though. Allow people to pay for hero on hero crime or monster on monster crime. It would be pretty funny. Griswold. Yeah, by the way, I'm glad you said that. So Creeper and everybody else that has donated in here, Gabriel, you, over in the Discord, if you donate during the lives for this event, in the Discord, you get titles in there that kind of signify you as someone who's donated before. And the higher it is, the more, the higher the renown that you get. And so right now, the highest title we have is a $50. And that is something of the realm. I wanted to say like King of the Realm or something like that. Knight of the Realm, maybe. But then your name turns gold in the Discord. But we've also talked about if we ever hit that $100 tier, we would be adding another one up there. So right now, that Knight of the Realm thing is the highest one. If we ever get to the other point someday, there will be another one. But also, we add all of those. We do a recap every week of the Midweek Monster Mashes, and your name's on there forever as we list all the sponsors and what tier you fell in. And we also list all the chaos that happened. Is next week when we're doing the Gold Rush. Yes. So next week, we will also have a special event during the Midweek Monster Mash where you can get extra gold based on a side quest that both sides can attempt to do. So if you are not over in the Discord, there's a lot of fun stuff that happens with this Midweek Monster Mash. You can vote for the side you want to, either the monsters or the heroes, and you get special stuff over the Discord if your side wins. So Skeletor's done. Griswold is up. Griswold's 20 feet in the air. Oh! I had Clayton attacking Griswold. And Griswold was so high up. That was my fault. Again. We're doing... let's see. I don't have the Discord. So, there is a link tree in my bio that can bring you right over to the Discord. And if you go over there, when I see you in there, you also get extra gold in the Satchmon stuff for chatting, which you've done. What if someone brings in a Tiamat? I feel like that gets a special title. If someone brings in a Tiamat, or the other one, or the Tarask, I will personally make you a custom title over in the Discord, because that would be insanity. So, you will get a custom title. That's a great question. I hadn't thought about it. I can share it on TikTok if I need to. Yeah, Gabriel, if you can't find it, let us know. We'll get it to you. One of these days, says Timothy. Yeah, we'll see. That would be insanity. I put it in there because that was just the two highest they had. But without any expectations. Also, a Tarask would be insanity in here. What was the other? It did the polymorph. It's just going to use its fairy dust. Soulfire Farms, welcome back. Or was it? Who just came back? Somebody just came back. There, brother mans. 16,000. I gotta wait till heroes are winning and hit the 1 minute timer. Yeah, for real. Oh, it was you. Got it. All right, so to be fair, I did give the heroes an item at the start of this. That's true. That's true, which he has yet to use, but honestly, he hasn't had a chance to use it. So about the Wand of Healing, who had it? I missed it. Skeletor had it and has yet to be able to use it because the one turn he had, the people around him were fine. And now he's to the point where none of the heroes are near him or need it because they basically just get hit and then die. Let me know if he needs it again more. Alright, I will do. So, the Fairy Dust does hit. And I think it gets 2, right? Yeah, 2. As long as it isn't a +3 shield. Yeah, I know. That was an insane pull when Elio brought in that +3 shield. Alright, so this is to Clayton. 14 and 12 damage. Okay, that is Griswold's turn. I'm all over the place. ADHD is winning tonight. Expired is up. Oh, I brought in the wrong Naga. No, I brought in the right one. Okay. He's got spellcasting. He's got Flame Strike. We're using it. Flame Strike on... Let's see. Let's do Flame Strike. I mean, it's got to be on Clayton. He's the only hero in vision here. So, Expired casts Flame Strike. So, he needs to make a dex save. I was going to do my pulls tonight if my phone doesn't die, lol. Yeah, we are about an hour away from pulls. 4+ he fails. Yeah, I didn't expect him to make that one. 11 D6 damage. Yay for ADH2, me too, right? 41 damage to Clayton. Rip. And Expired does not have a bonus action. So that is its turn. He's going to stay there. I might just pull early so you can glance when you get there. Nice. I like it. I like it. Barney, who's probably 30 feet in the air, is going to fly down towards Clayton. Ah! Oh, I need to get rid of that. Barney the dino flies down. He's about 10 feet in the air because I believe his reach is pretty far. Oh, let me make this 10. All right, and he is going to attack. Talons reach 10 feet. Oh, yeah. And I believe 1 bite attack and 1 talons attack. All right, Barney comes in. Nat 20! Why not, right? Why not? It is weird that I kind of want to see Zaratan in play. So my thought was, especially with this one, that's the reason why I made the Zaratan this time, was that the Zaratan was pretty much this island. You know what I mean? Like, it would make sense that he was kind of just laying in the sand, and then he would get up and just cause absolute mayhem. Barney, apply. Oh, so Clayton is resistant to that damage. And that was the Talon, so he does get a bite attack. Yeah, that was the reason I put it in on this one. So next week I'll probably do a different monster, depending on what the theme is. How are we going to follow up a Nat 20 with a Nat 1? That's insanity. Oh, wait, I rolled damage. He missed. That doesn't count. Doesn't count. All right, so that's Barney's turn. Skeletor's up. Yeah, the strongest weak roll, right? Skeletor's there. Skeletor. He could Cure Wounds Clayton, but I think it would be pointless. So here's what Skeletor's going to do. There is no better time than now to cast his Circle of Death that he didn't do last time. So, Skeletor will cast Circle of Death. And it is going to hit literally everyone. So, yikes. Alright, so here's the measured template for this. This is what Skeletor's casting right now. We need con saves from literally everyone. Negative energy ripples out in a 60-foot radius sphere from a point you choose within range. Each creature in that area makes a con saving throw, taking 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. Yikes. So everyone's taking the damage. Except Skeletor is immune to necrotic, so I'm not even going to bother with him. Is that everybody? I think so. Yes. Alright, here come all the con saves. Skeletor was going to do this earlier, but there were too many heroes in the way. At this point, there's too many monsters not to do it. Look at all these con saves coming in. Alright, I'm seeing a lot of fails and successes. This is similar to being an hour 1 hunter on Monster Hunter against Diablos. I've never played it, but I can catch the reference. Just surrounded by absolute insane monsters. Okay, so he needs to roll the damage, and then I gotta find out who's taking half and who's not. 8d8 necrotic damage. Yeah, that was a weak roll. Weak roll. Alright, so going down the list. Raphael, Jurgen, Clay... Oh, who failed? Stormcrab. No, I need to know who succeeded. Raphael, Jurgen, Clayton. Demise, Barney. Raphael, Jurgen, Clayton. Demise, Barney. Okay, in all honesty, though, that is... 70, 89, 100. This is probably close to 300 damage collectively. No one died, but that was a ton of damage. Griswold needs to make a DC. Normal. LOL, did all the big ones succeed? They did, pretty much. And then I need to do this one for the con save. For the Merid. The Merid fails. Finally, the Merid fails. I can get rid of both of these. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Okay. That is Skeletor's turn. And he's not going to move because he gets an attack of opportunity as he does. If he does. Overkill is up! Oh, Overkill should have had bonus actions this whole time. Legendary actions. That's my fault. A lot to keep track of here. But Overkill is going to come in towards Aang. And he is going to get down close at Aang's level. And the first thing he's going to do is he's going to use, obviously, his Cold Breath. And he's going to cast it in a way. Oh, God. Well, let me delete that because he would just be coming in hot. Oh, gosh. No. Hold on. I got to remove this one. Okay. I guess yeah. Oh, gosh. So everybody but, well, no, Wavebender will get hit too. The dragon's not even paying attention. He's just coming in, casting this Cold Breath. All right, I need DC 20 con saves from these three. Overkill! Overkill! Normal, normal, and normal. All right, so he's coming in. They all failed. Nice. Jesus. All right, we roll the damage. It's a lot of 8s. A lot of D8s. 50 damage. They all take full, except those are, yeah, these two die. So that was more damage to the monsters. Yikes. All right, so you're gone, and you're gone. And then now, we didn't need the advantage roll for that one. Gabriel Perez says, let's go. Oh, because it killed the monsters. Got it. Not so perfectly balanced. So, Aang, however, was supposed to take half the damage because he can use his reaction. Meeks, welcome to the live. Welcome to the chaos and the mayhem. Thanks to the people that are in the live right now. It has been wild. We are 4,000 likes away from bringing another monster in, by the way. So, he can use his reaction for elemental absorption. What do you have to do to cause chaos? Travesty. So, every like in YouTube gives the heroes an advantage roll. Every 10 likes brings in a new monster. And then all of these super stickers that you see popping up above my head, you can read what each of them do. So, like, for instance, I think right now, this would bring in a CR3 monster. This one would give 125 temporary hit points to a hero. So, that's how you do absolute chaos. And Creeper, who you see messaging there, has been doing an insane amount of chaos. As you can see, there have been dragon turtles brought in. There's been a dinosaur brought in. There's been a guardian naga brought in. This kraken priest. It's just been wild. It's been wild. How do you do a super sticker? So down in the chat, you see the little dollar thing there. That's where you can find the super stickers at. And right now, the heroes are getting obliterated. So Overkill also brought in, by the way, from Timothy over on TikTok, an adult dragon. Did not need the advantage roll, so he's not going to use it. That is the end of Overkill's turn. It is Demise's turn. The dragon turtle that was brought in, who may not actually be able to reach a hero right now. So he is going to walk up the beach, 5, 10, 15, 20. And the question is, does he get his steam breath back? Oh, he never lost it. He never used it. Dragon Turtle does not have any legendary actions, unfortunately. Travesty says, LOL, maybe I'll add another monster. The monsters are obliterating the heroes, and just imagine another one just... insult to injury. Poor players, what level are they? So, I use monster stat blocks for both to make it even at the beginning of the battle. But then so the heroes are the ones that are with the square images, and then you see the little blue dot. So like Clayton, the clay golem, is a hero. And so is Skeletor, the necromancer. And then over here, Aang, the elemental cultist. And we have other, like Kelvin, the frost giant. Those are all heroes. And then the ones with the little red dot are the monsters. But they all use monster stat block. What CR? They're anywhere between 6 and 9. So on both sides, they start out like that. But then you can bring in like CR10s and other stuff. So, or in this instance, the Dragon Turtles were CR23s. And same with the Overkill here. And so, yeah, it's been fun. The gates of hell are hungry. So let's see. He already moved 25, 10, 15, 20. I think that he probably wouldn't do his... Well, maybe he would because he might not hit anybody. Or he'll hit maybe Griswold. That's about it. Let's see what his Steam Breath would hit. So his Steam Breath, if he comes up here and he casts it this way. I mean, I think he's going to do it. He's going for Clayton. Are the heroes other players or is it just you? It's just me. I facilitate both sides as evenly as I possibly see fit. And so what's cool is over on our Discord, everybody, I got to go a little jump on in 30. Sounds good, Timothy. Thanks for hanging out. It's a unique idea. It is a lot of fun. Over on the More D&D Discord, you can actually vote on what side you're rooting for. And so tonight, I shut it off, though, beforehand, so that way you can't change during the battle, because you get a benefit over in the Discord if you are right. And tonight we had 23 people rooting for the monsters and 16 for the heroes, and it is showing. But then also for those that have donated, you get like special titles in the Discord, depending on the ranks that you're at. It's a lot of fun. So he's going to do it. We need con saves from Clayton, Griswold, and I don't think it hits Jurgen. So let's go ahead and make con saves. Normal. You should try getting some friends together. I can imagine seeing a group trying to survive and freak out whilst the chat makes them suffer. So here's the thing, Travesty. My very first one, I did. I had 6 friends come on. I had them make their characters. They battled monsters. And it was a lot of fun, but here was the issue. It actually was nothing that they did or nothing that the audience did. What I didn't like was that I was focusing so much on my friends and how they were playing and everything that I wasn't focusing on the chat and the stream and paying attention to those of you in the comments. And I didn't like that. I like to interact with you guys and hang out. Sorry, I'm just realizing I forgot to pop this up. Oh no, I missed a couple people over on Twitch because my thing went away. Shoot. If anybody's still here in Twitch, I can see the comments now. I'm sorry. I somehow clicked off of that and never got to see it again. I need a moderator over in Twitch because I always forget to look. Forever DM vibes plus chat. So they both fail. They both take the 50-some and they both die. Yikes. Yeah, so I thought the same thing. I thought it would be a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun. But when I went, I just didn't like how I wasn't, paying attention to the audience. Kind of like how I wasn't with Twitch. So if you're still in Twitch, hey everyone. I just realized my chat was down. Okay. So that is the end of Demise's turn. I've always been a DM and honestly doing a one-shot style thing or even running a small campaign like Stan. But having stream viewers mess with it sounds so much fun. Yeah, and that's the thing. I agree. So here's what I think. I think that when it would be best is if this were to grow to a point where there were so many chats that it was hard for me to really, keep track of individual ones. So I get to a point where I have, moderators that are, telling me what chat is saying at the same time. I think that would be a perfect way to do it. But right now, I don't have enough to where I can ignore you guys because I like talking to all of you. So I joined the Discord. What points or rank is there? All right. Gabriel Perez. That is a great question. I also would like to grab a drink. Do you guys mind if we take, a 1-minute break? I'll cover the Discord real quick for those of you popping in, and then I'll grab a drink. Trav, have you heard of Dungeon Alchemist? This is your man's. If not, yeah, I use Dungeon Alchemist, Map Maker, got it from the Kickstarter. Excellent. Yeah, so, let me pull up the Discord real quick for those of you that just went over and joined the Discord. First off, happy to have you. So, I got to make sure you can see it. So, here is the Discord. We'll just go here. So, first off, welcome. Well met, Zero. So, when you come here, the Midweek Monster Mash channels are right here. And so what you can see is after every single episode that we have, I go and I do an episode recap that shows you all of the chaos that was brought in, who won, it gives you the title of it, and like all the chaos and everything like that. We also do one for who was, who sponsored it. So for instance, up here, wasn't there one with 2? Yeah, here we go. So this week, we had some absolute chaos. Germ and Autocorrect came in, both Masters of the Realm, donating over $50 for that stream, which was absolute insanity. And the color that you see is the color that your name becomes in the Discord. So for those of you putting in over $50, you become a Master of the Realm, and everyone in the Discord will know it. Same thing with the Knight of the Grand Council, anything over $10. Apprentice of the Arcane Order, anything over $1, and any kind of donation whatsoever, even a penny, you still become an initiate of the guild. But we recap all that, so you can go back and see what all the past events have been. This is episode 12, so you can go see all the other ones. But then, once I do all that, we go back and we give you gold in this Discord thing that we have called Satchamon. Satchamon is a collectible card system that's totally free. There's nothing you can pay for. And every day you can open up cards that are based on the world of Dungeons & Dragons. I developed it for the table. You would roll 4 dice and it would tell you what card you got. Creeper says, I'm so addicted to it. Yeah, the people that have been joining recently have been awesome. Super addicted to it. But basically, you open up a pack of cards and you get 3 cards. And there's over 1,000 that you can collect, all based on the world of Dungeons & Dragons. So you can get creatures, you can get magic items, and you can get locations. And so it's all random, and they all could be, they have a grade that comes with them, they could be holographic, and they have a rarity. And then all of that together gives it a value. So then that value is the gold pieces I'm talking about. You can sell cards for their value to use for like trading with others. You can trade the cards specifically with others. You can buy new packs, and that's what a lot of people use the gold for, as you can see Nick talking about. Terry, what's going on? Mark and Terry, welcome to the live. Just talking about Discord real quick. So just talking about the different things that the people that just joined Discord could do. But Terry and Mark, look at this absolute chaos tonight. We have brought in, thanks to Creeper, who you see in there, along with Timothy and DJ Widget, who was here before, and a bunch of others. I know I'm forgetting all of them. Germ was part of that. They brought in 3 dragon turtles, which are essentially just these giant, exactly what you envision, dragon-looking turtles. They brought in this giant dinosaur here, this flying dinosaur called an Aerosaur that they named Barney. They brought in this Guardian Naga, which is a giant snake they call expired. I'm losing my voice because I've been shouting out all these different creatures. It has been absolute insanity here. They brought in an adult silver dragon, because why not? So it's been wild. It has been wild. So shout out to all the people that have been donating absolute bonkers donations. Right now, it is Jurgen the dragon turtle's turn. So I am going to do his turn in 1 second. I just want to grab a Sprite. I'm thirsty. And let's go ahead and play the sick music we played when they brought in the dragon turtle anyway, just for fun. As Jurgen stares back at Raphael. Jurgen turns to Raphael. With his steam breath, does he get it back? No, he does not. And he immediately winds up, and you watch as water drips down off of his shell, off of the head, falling into the water, and torrential downpours, and Jaeger style chomps down onto Raphael as it gets 3 bite attacks. You need a sandwich. Yeah, anybody got a hot dog? Terry says I need a sandwich. All right. And as he chomps down, he misses the first bite as Raphael shrugs it off, but on the second one makes purchase. It's so cinematic, says Creeper. And he will do the damage. It was just a normal, it wasn't a critical hit or anything. 36 damage to Raphael, who is resistant to the fire, but it's not much anyway. Lost you for a second there, laptop crashed because I'm a hoarder who doesn't close tabs. Well, you just missed the epic cinematic attack of Jurgen. Can it be 10 yet, says Hill? I'm confused by the VTT. Which one are you using? I am using Foundry VTT. Hey, I think I know that Gabriel guy. What's up, Gabriel? We are 1 like away in YouTube from bringing in another monster. If we hit 10 likes in the YouTube, we bring in another monster. And we are 4,000 likes away in TikTok for another monster as well. In the meantime, the next monster, well, the next person is Aang, but Overkill is going to use a legendary action. Foundry's wonderful. I totally agree. I salute you, good sir, says Creeper. Overkill is going to use a legendary action to... He's going to use... I guess... Yeah, he's going to use Pounce. Pounce allows him to do a rend attack against Aang, which we will do. Alright. He hits. So we deal the damage. Again, 1 more like makes DMing so easy. Oh, yeah, it does. It's insane. Danny Mason, welcome to the live. Apply 28 damage to Aang. And with that, let's go ahead to Aang's turn, who is going to turn and fire off some shots at Overkill here. This is my first time gifting as well. Oh, nice. Excellent. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's a lot of fun, at least. So my goal as a streamer, I know a lot of streamers are in it for the money, and that's what we want to do. I want you to feel like you got something for your money. I don't want you to just give me... So, like, when I stream on Mondays and sometimes other days, I don't want your money. I want you to hold it until this event, so that way when you gift, it feels like you're getting something and not just giving some streamer some money. So, if you ever come into my other streams, don't gift over there. Wait till Wednesday. I'm a Roll20 user. I have nothing wrong with Roll20 except for some of the features I wanted to use here I had to pay for, and it would have been a monthly fee, and I have too many subscriptions. That's the problem. You haven't killed them yet? Jeez, says DJ Widget. I got an item from last Wednesday at the end of the stream for this stream. Yeah, Creeper donated just after the stream. How are we missing? Okay, I'm going to be doing this with advantage. We got enough advantage rolls. We are 1 like away, by the way, in YouTube from bringing in another monster. Oh my god, we have not hit in 4 attacks. What? Finally, let's hit something. Sheesh. Alright. Oh, someone took their like away to make it need 2 likes. Okay, first off, rude. Second, hilarious. Alright, let's apply. Alright, that is Aang's attack, Creeper. I use Roll20. Yeah, Foundry is definitely a learning curve, that's for sure. It is now the Kraken Priest's turn, who's going to get to do something. I've just been in a campaign for years and have all my sheets and what I do on Roll20. Yeah, that's the thing. I have nothing against Roll20. Like, I just didn't want another subscription, so I paid, like, more. Theoretically, I'd have to use Roll20 for, like, a year or more to equal the amount that I would do Foundry, but I like to think that I do that. I don't know. But it's also, there's a lot more to this one. We are back to 1 like away from a new monster being added over on YouTube. And 4,000 away on TikTok. What can the Kraken Priest do? I don't even know. 2 Thunderous Touch attacks. Or Thunderbolt. Voice of Kraken. That would just be frightening. That's not anything fun. Come on, we want something good. No, I think that we're going to do the regular Thunderbolt attacks. Thundercats! Ha! Oh wait, who's even attacking? Who is there? I guess there's Jurgen? No, there's Raphael and Skeletor and Aang. What's the range on this? 60 feet? Can he even reach? Let's see. He just can't reach Aang, so he's going to move forward 1. Oops. I need to move him. He's going to move slightly into the water, up to his neck, and he's going to, as he's like praying out to his Kraken god. You watch as the water begins to flow and electricity begins to surge out of his fingers, and he's fires off 2 thunderbolts at Aang. So he's going to target him with the attack. First one misses, by the way. Second one is a 2, also misses. Galvin, welcome to the live. As the monsters are destroying the heroes right now. Dr. Zach White, welcome to the live. The Kraken Priest misses both of its Thunderbolt attacks, so Aang lives. It is now Raphael the Dragon Turtle's turn, also brought in by the commenters over on YouTube. Shout out. So Raphael, in this epic battle between 2 dragon turtles, Godzilla Jaeger style, Pacific Rim splashing in the water, is going to attempt to do 3 bite attacks at Jurgen. First attack, 11 plus, it hits. Second attack, ooh, an 8 plus, it still hits. And for his third attack, oh, 4 plus, damn it. He does two attacks that strike. Oh, where'd the music go? Ah! We do 23 damage, and we do another one. That was 34 damage. Minus a little because of the immunity to fire damage. But he does the attacks. That is Raphael's turn. Stormcrab's turn is up. But in the meantime, Overkill's going to use his second legendary action and do another rend attack against Aang, the elemental cultist down here. So he is going to lurch at him and try to bite Aang pretty much in half. So we're going to do the attack, and we're going to roll. Will he hit? Probably. Not one! He will not! Overkill! Aang spins to the side. I'm just going to slide him over 5 to go with the storyline. Slides over 5 feet, dodging the bite attack that slams into the deck of the ship that's just jutting out of the water. And he's not able to make purchase against Aang. So it is now the Stormcrab's turn, who still has a lot of attacks left. Skeletor is in deep doo-doo. Skeletor, the hero, necromancer. The Stormcrab is going to attack Skeletor. We made the jump to Foundry on the campaign we had 4 years. It's been a learning curve and had to adjust for some stuff. Yeah, it does a lot. It does a lot of stuff. So he gets a stinger first. So we'll go ahead and do that while we're at it. 8 plus. That hits. So Skeletor takes... Oh my god, 33? Yikes. I'm not even going to bother putting the Paralyze on because now he's he may have to save. Yeah, actually, let me do the save real quick. So Skeletor needs to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 17. Good luck. He's not going to get it. So now he's paralyzed. And so now he's pretty much dead. Because the claw attacks will have advantage now. Which he rolled a 4 and a 9. But he does hit. So with the 9, as the paralyzed Skeletor sits there staring up at this giant storm crab, the thing just lurches forward, eating Skeletor and killing him outright. That will be the end of Skeletor. The maids failed a con save. Impossible. I'm gonna head out since I know heroes have no chances, Gabriel. Hey, no problem, Gabriel. I appreciate you hanging out. I will be on the Discord after this answering some questions. The community's great over there, so feel free to throw in any questions that you got. And you'll be getting hella gold tonight. So I will send that. You'll get a message sent your way when you get the gold for that. Sorry for your loss, says Nick Hill. I gotta work hella early. Ugh. Strength and honor, Gabriel. The blood money always wins. LOL. My condolences. Thanks for playing, though. Yeah, maybe next week some more people will be on the hero side. We'll see. So the Storm Crab has one more claw attack, but I don't know if he's good. Oh, yeah, he'll get there. He has one more claw attack. So now we have a real epic battle going on here between two giant dragon turtles and a storm crab. So we roll the damage. It does hit, by the way. Nice. 22 damage to Raphael. Expired is up. So Expired is going to crawl out this way. And Poisonous Spittle. One creature the Naga can see within 60 feet. It's all it takes. Later, Gabriel. Have a good night. So it's going to send the Poisonous Spittle that way. Oop, wrong thing. Oh, nat 1. I know I clicked the wrong person, but it failed with a nat 1 no matter what. So, do the damage. Yikes. Sorry, Raphael. Apply. All right. That is Expired's turn. It is now Barney's turn, but Overkill is going to go do one more final legendary action against Aang. So we do the rend attack. Normal. 10 plus. Deal the damage. 22 will apply that. All right. So Barney. I guess Barney's going to fly forward because the dragon seems to have this one handled. So Barney will fly over 10 feet above the water as the other two are in the water attacking the dragon turtle. And it's going to do a bite and a talon attack. Oh, it misses the bite attack for sure. And the talon attack misses both. So it strikes down on the carapace of the shell on the back of Raphael and is unable to do any meaningful damage to it. And up next is Overkill, who first we need to see if he gets his cold breath back. Oh, I never used your advantage roll, by the way, but we're going to use it now. So we're going to roll with advantage here. And good thing, because he might have missed with that 18. Yikes. Damage. Roll. 23. Aang has 12 HP left, but the attack is not over yet. He gets 3 rend attacks. 5 plus. Still hits. Still hits. Yikes. 21, apply. And with that, Aang meets his demise. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our final hero as Overkill uses his 80 feet of fly speed to get over near Raphael. Creeper with the... I need to mark him. We'll say he went up maybe 15 feet in the air. Okay. GG. Easy, says Nick Hill. Yeah, this was a big one. I mean, look at this. Poor Raphael, the dragon turtle, had no idea what was coming. As another dragon turtle, an Overkill, a Barney, and this giant crab come in to attack. And on the horizon is another dragon turtle. Imagine the final hero wins. Yeah, right? That would be insanity. So Overkill took his turn. It is Demise's turn, who's going to only be able to move 12 feet, or 20 feet, 15, 20, as he stomps across. He should have stayed in the sand. Yeah, for real. Does he get his steam breath back? He does. I think he's going to use it. Why wouldn't he? Steam breath, usability. It's only going to hurt the crab. He's not going to kill the crab. So they both need to make Constitution saving throws as they get boiled in the water. You sure the man's isn't frightened by the impending doom? I mean, honestly, he probably should be. He probably should be. All right, so we do roll the damage now, which is 1,000,000 D6s. 62 damage for the selected. Who saved? Raphael saved. Look at that. So he only takes 15 damage. Mercy Rule can kill Raph. DJ put his love into him. I mean, I feel like we have to. I have it in the rules that the only way one side wins is all monsters or creatures from the other team are dead. It's in the rules. I got to go rules as written. Sorry, Raphael. Good luck. Raphael's turn. The question is, does he get a Steam Breath back? If he gets a Steam Breath back, that could be pretty good. Oh, he does! Whoa! Hold up, wait a minute. All right. Emperor voice. No, we die on the field. Do it. An honorable death. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your family. Dishonor on your cow. We are going to use Steam Breath. And I'm going to say that it hits this Aerosaur because he's going to aim it kind of up in the air so that it's a cone hitting all of them. All right. So they're all making a save, darn it. Con saves coming in hot. Oh, not 20. Good. Good for you, monsters. Having a nice save again. Oh, I think. No, he avoided it. All right, so the Storm Crab and Demise, they failed. Selected. Storm Crab and Demise failed. Barney and Expired succeeded. They take out. All right, 29 damage to all of them. Okay, that is Raph's turn. Well done, Raph. Still 112 damage. Mercy Rules for Sports and not the Midweek Monster Mash. Were you a drummer that beat is good? I was, actually. It's funny, we've been talking about it a lot lately because I just got my son a drum kit for his birthday on May 2nd. So, yeah, I used to be a drummer. I had a drum kit since I was 10. We sold it when we moved into our first house because we didn't have room for it and we needed TVs. I know, lame. And I've missed it ever since. So I was so excited to get it to him. And I've been like in the drummer mood since we got the drum kit. Right, I called you out on Monday. Yeah, I know, it's funny. I don't realize when I'm doing it, but shout out to you guys for seeing it. The Kraken Priest is up, but first, Overkill gets its legendary actions. So he's going to fly down to here and bring it down to 5 feet above. And he's going to attack. He gets his rend attack, so he's going to fly down and bite. Right onto it. 21, that'll hit. Uh, 16 damage. He evolved from beatboxing to drumming. Yeah. That's another one, like, I'll be sitting in my cubicle sometimes, and I might, like, catch myself beatboxing a little bit, like, ooh, I got people around me, he's probably stop. Kraken Priest is up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can the Kraken Priest hit something this time? We shall see. Thunderbolt! That's not going to do it. Now, well, you gotta wait. It'll happen eventually. It'll just pop in. It'll just pop in. I won't even know I'm doing it. You're gonna call me. Oh, I just rolled damage for no reason. There's no damage here. That doesn't count. Let's see. Raphael is... Oh, I cheated earlier. I did. All right, so then it's Jurgen's turn. Not Raphael's. I switched them by accident. DJ, I tried to get Mercy on Raph. Rules is written to say it needs to become soup. Yeah, rules is written, baby. We put him there for a reason. We gotta kill him. I'm sorry, Raph. 22. That'll definitely hit. The 9 hells with evil's mercy. Turtle soup. So I live over here in Maryland, Eastern Shore. Oh, wow, nat 1. So he only does 1 attack. I live on the Eastern Shore. Snapping turtles are a big thing over here on the Eastern Shore if you're not from around here. I have never had it, but they make turtle soup with snapping turtles. And I did a kayaking class in college because I needed credits. So I did a kayaking class because it'd be fun. And we got to meet a whole bunch of people. And one of the people that we met was a snapping turtle processing plant person, right? So all the fishermen and stuff around the Eastern Shore, they can catch snapping turtles and bring them to this processing plant and make money on the snapping turtles. And then they process the turtles and all that, just like any other animal. And they make stuff out of it, right? So I can't kill anything personally. I have nothing against it. Hunting's great. I eat steak. I'm a hypocrite, right? I just can't kill anything myself. This guy that we're talking to, he's telling us about the plant. No big deal. He's like, y'all want to see me fillet one up? And I was like, nope. And so everyone else, of course, did. And I was like, yeah, no, you guys are good. Do your thing. I have no problems with it. I just got to go walk that way for a little bit. You do you. And so I went outside while they pulled this thing out of a freezer. Oh, man. Like, it was still alive, but they pulled it out of a freezer. It was crazy. Vegas, West Coast, Beaver State. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are snapping turtles over there, but we have them here. And you can go watch them be processed for free. And I didn't want to do that. Storm crab's up. But before that, we do another legendary action. It's going to hit. Damage normal. I hated dissections in biology. Me too. It was a little different because they were already dead. But, like, these turtles were alive and they were just cold and couldn't move. Oh, it felt terrible. Herd organ is amazing. Yeah, same. I wouldn't have the stomach. I didn't have the stomach. So now, the storm crab is up. I got to stop untargeting Jurgen. Or Raphael. Attack. The kayaking class was really cool, though, because it was a 4-week class, and every week we went to a different part of the bay, up from Delaware all the way down to Virginia. And where you kayaked was where you stopped. You would camp at night where we were done kayaking. But they had a bunch of people that planned out for us to meet along the way. And it was super cool. So he misses the sting attack, by the way. Normal. Oregon is beautiful. Got trees and mountains and rivers, and it's great for hikes. Oh, man, I would love that. Camping is so much fun, and I would love to go do some, like, real camping. I just haven't, because there's plenty of places around me. I just haven't done it. Expired is up, but before Expired goes, we have Overkill that's going to do one more rend attack for its final legendary action. My grandpa had a farm in Iowa, made me watch him slaughter a cow and dehead chickens. See, there's no way. I couldn't do it. I respect the people that do it. I could not. There's just no way. Absolutely no way. I've always said that if I was forced to have to kill the things that I eat, I would be able to become a vegetarian like that. I just couldn't do it. To be honest, I don't go hiking or camping as much as I'd like to, but biking everywhere is my thing. Oh, super cool. Yeah, I got to get out and do some physical activity a bit more often. I get stuck down here on my computer doing fun stuff on YouTube and all that. Expired is up. We're going to need to do another poison spittle. Normal. Hi, neighbor creeper. I'm in Idaho, though I have about a month left. LOL. Yeah, he's moving. Big move. I forget exactly where to. Did you say Pennsylvania, Widget? He does not hit with the spittle. Or no, it doesn't save, so he does hit with the spittle. Sheesh. This Naga's doing a pretty good... Ohio. That's right, that's right. That's right. I don't know why I thought you were getting closer to Maryland. I feel like somebody in the chat at some point was from Pennsylvania. Barney's up. Will he make some attacks this time? I mean, we're this far. We got to kill him. Wow, those are pretty decent. Oh, another one. Hurt. Apply the 25. And he hits, so then we roll the damage. Big move, any reason why? School, old dog learning new tricks. Yeah, that's super cool, though. Moving is a hassle, but It's always just fun to start something new. Though I would never move. I'm so stuck in my hometown here where I'm at, I would never move. All my friends and family are here. I could not do it. I forgot to roll for his cold breath last time. So that's 1, 2. He does not get his cold breath back. So he's going to do 3 rend attacks. Normal and normal. Close to Pennsylvania, though. True, true. Welding schools out that way are supposed to be great. Same, man. Moving will be such a hassle. I'd have to get used to everything again. Yeah, that's like where I am, where you go to school here. Pretty much no one leaves. My friend group has been the same since high school and middle school. My family's all within like 30 minutes max. So my wife's family's the same. My wife went to high school with me. So yeah, there's no way I could leave. Demise is up. See if he gets his steam breath back. He does not. So he is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And now he can do his swim speed over here. Demise may be the demise of the Midweek Monster Mash. Let's see. Will he do it? 3 bite attacks from Demise. 10 plus does hit. Nat 1 is going to miss. And 11 plus does hit. So he does 2. Is it enough? 26 down to 23 and 33 down to 28. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, hold on, where's it at? Where's the ambient? There it is. Hold on. I wasn't ready. How was I not ready for this? What a dum-dum. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I just had it. Where in the world did it go? There it is. There is 50 seconds left in the Midweek Monster Mash, episode 12, Maritime Mayhem, as the monsters have just come in to obliterate the heroes. In 30 seconds, the heroes will officially have lost episode 12. And those of you Doombringers over in the Discord will receive your 300 gold for selecting the right side. And it will go down in history as one of the most Jaeger Pacific Rim style midweek monster mashes of all time. What a battle. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Midweek Monster Mash has ended. Absolutely insane. Creeper, I didn't know what to expect tonight. Fantastic. Widget, I know you brought in Raph. I'm sorry. Hill, coming in. I wish Gabriel was here. Coming in hot. I know Germ put in a hero. Put in a monster. I know I'm missing people. Jesse with some extra actions. What a night. What a night. Oh, you didn't. Who is? Horsemack did. That's right. Oh, yeah. Horsemack brought him in. You brought in Kelvin. That's what it was. Gonna go pull some cards. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let me swap over. Hold on. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to catch up on comments. Then I'm going to switch over to Discord. Because in 20 minutes, we get to pull new cards. For those of you that are not in the Discord, we have some really cool stuff over there that I'm about to show. So I would hang out and check it out because you're also going to get to see it since they're ready for it. But catching up on comments, I made a move once and went right back to Vegas. Went to U-Haul. That's funny. U-Haul. Jesus. Did you use a U-Haul to get to Vegas? Went to Utah. Oh, yeah. Ran through the list. Going to need doctor, mechanic, electrician. The list goes on. Yeah, geez. Lived in Oregon my whole life. Things closed and aren't open on Sundays was an instant no for me. Someone got to go drop a CR1 hero. Oh, my God. Took about 80 or 90 to win. LO about 70. Pish posh. A win is a win. That was so much fun. Yeah, that was a blast. I had a lot of fun. So, All right, let me pull up the Discord. I'm going to switch screens here real quick. So I'm going to drop out of this. Oh, the music went away. I'll pull up some good music. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up Amazon Music here. Let's see a bit. Oh, yeah, we'll hit the middle first. Oh, let me turn that down. Turn it down. Sorry about that. Okay, hopefully everyone can hear it. Dr. Zach White over TikTok. Hopefully you can hear it. Let me know if you can't. And I'm going to switch now. Oh, gosh, it's a little loud. Still a little loud. There you go. Okay, let me pull up Discord. Pulling up now. Swap over to here. Let me swap your views so you can see. Encounter Crazy 2. There we go. Okay, so now you can see the Discord, and over on TikTok, let me switch your view so you can see the Discord. Okay. I think I have a pull available. I can't check without pulling automatically. So, no, you can check. I'm moving the wrong thing. If you type in /pull, it'll pull up and it'll either tell you don't have one or it asks you to make a selection, and then you just don't make the selection. You're okay. At Fox. Havoc, I wish I had a way to, like, just give you the gold for it on behalf of Fox since he's having an issue with that. What I would say, I think Nimbian can probably do it. No, because then, yeah, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I mean, it's your card, right? I just feel bad because I don't think it's Fox's fault that it's not working. So, over here on the Discord, for those of you that are not in here, have never been here, you can do a few things. Number one, let me start off with the Midweek Monster Mash. So we just completed episode 12, Midweek Monster Mash. And so, as I was talking about before, every week I do a recap. I recap what the battle had in it, so who started for the heroes and the monsters, and then what kind of chaos was brought on by the viewers. And then you can see at the top right, we also have the episode titles. So 2 weeks ago was Graveyard Gauntlet. We had Dragon's Wrath the week before that. But then we have the sponsors. So everybody that sponsors on any given Midweek Monster Mash gets your name on here, and then you get new titles in the Discord. So that's a lot of fun. And then we have, hey, I see my name. Yeah, you were on here. You were on this one. Heck yeah. And also, I'm going to... Do you want that to say Havoc? By the way, I can change that to Havoc. Your choice. So then we have Satchamon, which is a digital... yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'll change it to Havoc, and then I also got to change the titles over to your name. Which I'll probably do that when I hop off tonight. I'll hop off the stream. So we have Satchamon, which is a digital card collecting system. Which essentially has over 1,000 cards that you can collect that are the creatures, items, magic items, and locations of Dungeons & Dragons. And every day, you get a free pack of cards that you can open up. And everyone has the same odds. There's nothing you can pay for. So you can't have better odds than anyone else. But you can pull the cards and you can try to build your collection. We have a website that shows you your collection. There are small sub-collections within the big collection. So, for instance, if you collect, within all the creatures, if you collect all of the young dragons, you get the title of Mother of Dragons over in Discord. You get titles for completing small collections. If you collect all the gazers, like the Beholder, you get the title of Optic Overlord, which is a fun one. So there's a lot of really cool ones. Don't be like Havoc and sell everything that breaks Moore's heart. Yeah, I know. It hurts me to see all the good cards get sold, but I get it. They're your cards. Do what you want. So when you come into the Midweek Monster Mash, if you vote for the winners, so down here in the Midweek Monster Mash section, you can choose your affiliation. You can be a Doombringer, rooting for the monsters, or a Justice Seeker, rooting for the heroes. If you root on the winning side, whatever side wins, you immediately get 300 gold in the Satchamon Discord. So you can use that to buy more packs, to try and trade others for cards. Maybe you buy the card from them. You can buy from the rolling shop that we have. that changes over every 6 hours. So there's new cards available there every 6 hours. Also, you get a gold equal to 10 times the number of peak concurrent viewers that I get during the stream. So if I get between TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube 19 viewers, then whoever comments, you have to comment, but whoever comments, you get 190 gold over in the Discord. So, a lot of fun there. Since I've joined, Nick says, since I joined 2 monster wins, 1 hero win, and that one was rough. Yeah, you guys definitely have been pulling for monsters lately, big time. Horsemack was just giving, oh, look at that. Isn't that just, I guess, right for the night. Horsemack was given the title Jägermeister for getting all of the, what did he get? The Forge Guardians, which are, what are they called? They're not, it's not the Titanic set. They're not Titans, are they? They might be Titans. I heard that heroes were doing too well, says Creeper. Oh, man, that was a lot of fun. So we have 15 minutes until we get to open more cards. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over to... I'm going to give gold to the Doombringer. Look at all my cells. Yeah, I will. Constructive obliteration. That's right. That's right. All the constructs. I will look at it. But before I do that, I want everyone, if you're in the Discord right now, can you look at your gold? Because I'm going to use a group command for the Doombringers to give you 300 more gold, and I want to make sure that it works. Oh, wait, you were talking about cards. Yeah, if you can look at your gold in the Discord real quick and just get your number. And then I'm going to use this command that will give 300 gold to all the Doombringers, hopefully. I tested it with Widget last week when the heroes won. I just need to make sure that it's going to work again. All right, Nick says he's got 88. That's it. As long as I have at least one test, then I'll know whether or not it worked. So, /gold. You're right. Yeah, I forgot to say that. Use the command /gold if you're not sure. So let me go to Satchmon chat. No, I think it's... There we go. So 300 to Doombringers. All right. So check your gold. You should have gotten 300. So just make sure that you've got it. I gotta say I love you while you're here. All right, you got it. Excellent. Excellent. All right, so I gave the gold out for that, which is going to make my life so much easier. Okay, now I can make this channel not private anymore. Slide over here. One more time. Okay, the channel is back open, so you can change your affiliations if you want. That was so much easier than how I've been doing it. Let's go. Time to spend it all on pools. Oh, man, tonight was fun. Well done, everybody. That was a good time. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, I was so hoping Brian could put that command in. It just makes my life so easy. I'm waiting for Granicus to pop in any moment, by the way. I feel like he comes in like 10 minutes before the pools every week. So I feel like he's gonna be in any moment. Well, that was fun. Oh, someone just pulled cards. Let's see. Ooh, rough pulls. Nick, rough pulls. Creeper Jones. I mean, your Garistro's not bad. 63 is not a bad pull. I don't think... Did I pull today? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. How much gold do I have? I've had better since Creeper. I have 256 gold. See, unfortunately for me, because I don't partake in voting, otherwise it would feel biased, I don't get that bonus gold. The only gold that I get is the peak concurrent viewers gold. Because I feel like I was here. I was commenting. Nick says, I think I stole all the good ones this morning. Yeah, how about that person that came in? I forget who it was. But came in and pulled a CR30 pristine. Like, first pull. There have only ever been 6 of those now pulled. A 1 in 10,000 chance of pulling that card. Mustafa, yeah, that's it. Mustafar, however you say that. Yeah, pulling a pristine CR30 on your first pull ever. After 50,000 cards pretty much have been pulled. You come in on your first pull and pull it. That was awesome. How do I get that gold? Did he disappear as well? I don't know. I know that he was here for the, giveaway. God, how could I not think of giveaway? Amazing and disgusting at the same time. Yeah, it would be tragic. Yeah, like the person who took my card and left. The next person that pulls my card, I need to buy it from you so that I can trade it 1-for-1 to that person and get my first hero card ever pulled. Hild, were you not... Hold on. Oops. You should have already gotten the gold, Nick. Oh, you said it worked. When you say, how do I get that gold? Do you mean the extra peak concurrent viewers gold? Got it, yeah. That one, unfortunately, I don't have a bot to do for me. I have to do manually. So what I'll do is I'll go in. I got to get somebody to just start recording who comments in the in the videos. Because basically what I have to do is go back and just quickly go through the YouTube video, making sure I catch everybody that commented. And then I go in here and one by one I enter give gold at person's name, how much they got. So I do that after the stream. It usually takes me a couple days. Luckily I caught up this time. So it shouldn't take too long. And I'm also off Friday. So is it just YouTube? Yeah, it's both YouTube and TikTok. So it's whoever, as long as you comment at least one on either platform, you get the gold. But I do the peak concurrent viewers that I had at one point in TikTok, plus the peak concurrent viewers I had over in YouTube, plus Twitch, even though I neglect Twitch highly, and that is my fault. I suck. And then I add it together, multiply that by 10, and then everyone that commented on any of those platforms gets that amount of gold. So, just because I try to keep it as fair as possible for everybody. Expired Lux sold his Young Green Dragon. Oh yeah, do you want a Prime sub? I don't know if you can. I think I have to get to, I have one I never use. I don't think that you can do it. I have to get my viewers up over there. I really should focus on building that up. But Twitch is just so different from the other two that I started off on YouTube. And TikTok is different also. But like, so here, all right. Well, how much longer we got? We have 7 minutes. I'll explain. So I use OBS Studio to do all my recording stuff. And then I stream that image to YouTube and Twitch. So YouTube and Twitch are getting the same image, right? So if you look at the Midweek Monster Mash, right above my head here, you've got the 2 types of stickers for either side that you can donate. And that does things over here in the map. Those stickers are not in Twitch, right? So the only way I could make it make sense for both for what they're seeing is to somehow, like, there are no stickers over there, to my understanding, or maybe there are. I'm not sure. I'd have to find out. But even then, I have to find room somewhere on this whole screen to put something similar to this that rotates through at the same time to show Twitch people what they can do. But I don't know. I have no idea. So that's why I'm having the issue making it make sense on both YouTube and Twitch. At least for TikTok, it's a whole separate streaming platform. So that doesn't really matter. I guess theoretically I could do a third streaming platform for Twitch, but my computer, as nice as it is, I don't know if we can handle that. I too have OBS, so is it possible to have like a notification for when the cards are ready to be pulled? I don't know how it will work, but would be cool. So, you know what? I probably could. I don't want to notify everybody because I'd be adding everyone every time. And it would be hard to say who would want it. However, I think what I could do is I could generate a role. Maybe call it like pull notification or something like that. And have you be able to click to join that role. And then maybe every day at midnight, have the bot send a message to that role saying pulls are ready. So that way, if you want to be notified, you can just click I want to be notified and select that role. That's a good idea. I could do that. I could talk to Brian because I assume that would be very easy to notify. And then I'll just have to generate something on the channel where it would say, want to be notified when you can pull again? Join, click the reaction below to join the list or something. Houseline Black, look, Twitch has emojis and channel points, but you have to be an affiliate. Yeah, see, I got to get to that affiliate point. But they do have emojis, though, is what you're saying. So I guess it would work. It sounds like the same as what's over on YouTube. Sorry, I'll also switch to this so you guys can go back to the Discord. So if they have the same concept with emojis, then I could probably do the same thing. Yeah, interesting. I'll look more into Twitch because I do neglect Twitch. I feel bad. I should be doing more over there. I feel bad because this chat window popped off and I didn't even see it. It dropped off. Do you use StreamerBot? I do not. I use Nightbot. I don't know if that's the same thing. That would be awesome. It would be kind of tricky for time zones. No, so I would just have it send a notification because everyone gets it at the same time. It's 12 p.m. midnight, 12 a.m. midnight Eastern Standard Time. So if it's 10 p.m. for you, but it's 12 Eastern Standard, you still get your pullback. So that's what I use for auto OBS triggers from Twitch. Oh, interesting. Okay, so interesting. Because I would want it to notify me since sometimes I'm not staring at that comment section. But I still need a way to fit those emojis on the screen. Right? Because I already have too many things. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta find a good way to do it. Maybe I could have it alternate. What if I had it alternate between... So what if it stayed the same right above me, but it alternated? It would go through all the YouTube ones and it would say YouTube above it, and then it would go to the Twitch ones. I feel like that could work. I'll just start saying check Twitch. Yeah, I would appreciate that. Because I am terrible at it. I need to get someone who religiously comes in over there that could, like say, hey, dummy, look at this. The other problem is the reason that chat went away. So I have the YouTube background here that shows the chat on the far right. Then I pop out the TikTok chat and I put it next to that. And what's cool is when I click on it's for some reason, it's not like a browser. So, excuse me. When I click on the YouTube browser, it doesn't make this one disappear that's in front of it. Because for some reason, it's not a browser. But when I pop out the Twitch chat, it's another web browser. So I put it next to the other two chats. But if I click on the YouTube one, it puts the YouTube one in front and sends the Twitch one to the back. And I must have done that at some time and didn't realize it. Next week, I can open it on my PC since I normally watch it on TikTok and say something in it. Say something about it. Yeah, that would be awesome. If you could do that, that would be great. Because I am terrible at remembering to look at Twitch. All because I started on TikTok. I mean, I started on YouTube. 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen, so we can pull some more cards. Woo! Here we go. All right, this is too slow. Give me the next one. It's my... There you go. That's a good one to drum to. So let me go to pull so we can see people pulling cards. Here we go. Give me that new shop. Give me that new shop. All right, we got Creeper pulling a Death Kiss and a Black Abishai, one of the devils in the devil set. The devil set is a big one. Death Kiss is part of the Gazers. Let's see, Elder Brain was a good one. That was a mid condition. Tyrannosaurus Rex. If you get all the dinosaurs, you get the title Duke of Dinos. Giant Spider doesn't give you anything. More Master Wrath from Lost Mines of Phandelver, part of the Lost Mines expansion. Come on, give me something good, baby! I haven't had something good in a minute! Oh, the streak continues! Oh, shoot, I didn't have the, sorry. Ah! Nuts! I can't pull anything good. Widget, yours weren't great either, but they were still better than mine. Let me pull another. Nuts. No more pulls. 3 times a disappointment. The monsters might pull in the shop. Yeah, I know. I am looking at that Golden Goose Casino, though. That mint condition one. I'm trying to get all mint condition Heroes Haven cards. But I also really like Lost Mines and Storm King's Thunder. I'm just going to buy it. So, just so I can show everybody. Also, honestly, this will be beneficial for the people that are on here. So, if you ever see something in the shop that you want to buy, all you got to do to buy it is type /shop. Golden Goose Casino is shop ID number 3. So you type it in, and then you see the option here. Oh, you might not be able to. 1 second. You can see that it gives me an option here, which is shop card ID. So you type in shop card ID number 3, and it'll clarify that this is the thing that you want to buy. So Golden Goose Casino, grade of 10, it's mint condition, value is 12. So then you hit buy and it buys it. So then over in the community thing, you'll get a notification that I bought something from the shop. That's the green color notification. So more D&D purchased the Golden Goose Casino from the shop. And if we go back over here and we look at the shop again, you'll see now that card ID number 3, the Golden Goose Casino, is no longer there. It has been sold. So that Black Razor is going to be a dust cloud by the time you keep the gold to buy it. I know. Listen, though, I've been getting a bunch of pristines for my gold, and I know that you're waiting on me to buy that Black Razor, right? Like, I get that. So no hard feelings if you have to get rid of it, and I would understand. But, like, I've been getting the pristines. So the gold has been going to something more useful instead of buying cards, is what I'm getting at. Or buying packs. But I also have not pulled a card over like 350 in a month. No, not a month, but it's been a while. Oh, Prion. Nothing over 1 in his pack. Ouch. Is that Gimli I see? This is the cover for the Lost Mines of Phandelver book. So that is Venom Fang. And then these are the 4 characters that you can start with. You can start with a Evocation Wizard, which would be the... I'm guessing the woman in the middle here. Then you can, then you've got a Hill Dwarf Cleric, so that's probably him. And then you've got a Fighter and a Noble. So I'm guessing the Fighter, I don't know if the guy, oh, you've got a Champion Fighter and a Champion Fighter and a, what is the other one? Champion Fighter and, it's another fighter. I don't remember. But anyway. All I'm saying is that if I make it to the item's title before you and all you're missing is that black razor, I'll be laughing all over the finish line. And you know what? I will deserve that. I will deserve it. All right. All right, y'all. I am going to hop off for the night. I am going to, Hill, I'm going to switch your stuff over to Havoc. And I will give Havoc the titles that you earned last time. The rest of you, I will probably go in and do everything else on Friday. All the titles that you earned tonight, all the gold for commenting. I'll do the recaps and everything in the Midweek Monster Mash. So just remember, 1 week from today is the giveaway for Dungeon Alchemist. If you have not already entered the giveaway over on the Discord, make sure you do so. We are giving away 2 Dungeon Alchemists. So one of them is you enter up here in the DA giveaway channel. You can either get 10 entries straight up, or you can roll a d20 and get that many entries. As you can see here, T. Prindy secured 10 entries, so they just took the 10. But you can see here that Mercamus, they took a chance and got a 1, but then followed it up with an 18. So, great stream. Thanks for the fun. Hey, Creeper, thank you, man. It's been a great night. So appreciate it. And thanks for the info, Nick. Yeah. So, Nick, I will get your stuff fixed tonight. So I'm gonna change over your titles and everything, and I will. I'll shoot you a message when I'm done. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I will be in the Discord, and I will catch you guys throughout the rest of the week. And I will see you next Midweek Monster Mash, where we will pick the giveaway winner and hopefully have just as fun of a Midweek Monster Mash. You guys have a great night. I'll catch you later.